Hello, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Cataclysm of Hyrule campaign. I am the creator and GM of the campaign, Puck Finn, and thank you for joining us tonight. Before we get started tonight, we are just going to go through our beginning introductions, any announcements, and then we'll recap and get right into it. So, first and foremost, I always like to plug our Discord server. Our Discord server is a growing community where people can come and just, well, a number of things. But above all else, it's a growing environment for people who are interested in all things D&D, all things Legend of Zelda, all things that are just fun to share. And within the server, we have a number of channels for a number of things that serve purposes. We have a number of general chats depending on your status and role in the server. We have a loot chat that kind of ties into our pre-show that you just witnessed. During our pre-show, if you make any purchases, whatever coins you purchase get doubled. Say, for example, it goes anywhere from like 99 cents on up. But off the top of my head, if you were to make a $19.99 purchase, that gives you typically 15,000 coins. If you were to make it during the pre-show, it would then get you 30,000 coins. So it is absolutely most beneficial to utilize that 15-minute time frame to make any coin purchases that you might be interested in. If you prefer not to make any purchases, our loot channel has a daily that you can claim, and daily will give you anywhere between 1 to 100 coins. And again, being a daily, you can claim that at once every 24 hours. So it adds up nicely. In our loot chat channel, you can see the various things that we have for purchase. Some of them are things that can affect the flow in game, whether it's D4s to boost things that either the players or the enemies can do, renaming an NPC, buying loot for the party, such as health potions, fairy bottles, things of that nature. And it also has out-of-game purchases, such as hiring me to GM a one-shot for you. And honestly, it's an ever-evolving aspect of our Discord server, so I recommend that you check it frequently. And beyond that, if you have any suggestions for things that you might find interesting that you could potentially use the coins for, absolutely make a suggestion to me. I am well connected to the Discord server, and I am very responsive, or as responsive as I can be. So yeah. But I'm going to take a quick moment to go over our link tree, because our link tree does is the one site that kind of ties everything together through the various links that are posted on there. So you know what? Let me see if I can just port it over real quick. Hey guys, we'll get to you in a sec. So this is our link tree. And before we get into announcing our players for the evening, so in our link tree, we have the link to our Discord, we have the link to our YouTube channel. I always say, if I can ask you to do one thing above all else, it is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is where we upload these sessions. These sessions are bi-weekly, and the alternate weeks we do a chat broadcast. The chat broadcasts don't get uploaded to our YouTube channel. They're only on our Twitch channel until it gets taken down. But these campaign sessions end up on our YouTube channel. We have the first 4 up now, and they are ready to be viewed. Whenever they are, or whenever they do get uploaded, I will always post in Discord chat to let everybody in the chat know that it's available. And of course, we have the Twitch, which you are most likely watching on right now. We have the link to our Roll20 page. We have the link to the Maramba song that you hear during our intro, the YouTube channel. It's an awesome channel. I definitely recommend checking it out. There's lots of cool songs that are done on the Maramba on that page. And lastly, we have our rated channels. So at the end of our broadcast, what we typically do is before departing, I will check our Twitch channel and I will see if anybody who mutually follows us is broadcasting. And by mutual follow, I mean if you follow us, we'll follow you back for an instantaneous mutual following. So if you are broadcasting at the end of our broadcast, we will choose one of those channels at random to raid, and we take our viewership and we send them over that way. And it's a good way to get exposure. It's a good way to really kind of further solidify this as a more cohesive community, supporting people who have similar interests. Our most recent raid was for a friend that I know in person, somebody who was seated at the first table that I sat down with, and Lazy Lion. So not only will we raid you, but we will keep our most recent raids posted on our link tree for even further exposure. So Lazy Lion is a friend of mine who was broadcasting 2 weeks ago, who we sent over there, and thank you everyone who participated in the raid. The chat blew up and it was a great thing. And then underneath that, you'll see a Twitch channel Pie Impossible Girl, who was somebody who I met and came across when I was just learning about D&D, and we struck up a conversation from a Critical Role chat room, which is really kind of one of the things that I go for, like really kind of in terms of letting people or bringing people together. And so this is just one more extension of that. So we'll be back to you guys in just a quick second. And yeah, so let me see. So as of last week, we had our first real large-scale battle of the campaign. Hyrule Castle Town was attacked by a band of moblins with siege artillery. And although the town did not come out unscathed, our heroes were able to get to the other side of the wall and basically save the town from this band of moblins. Couple things that I will point out about the band of moblins, as I feel comfortable that it would not exceed the passive perception of any of the players at the table. So things about the moblins are the organization at which the way that they attacked was very unmoblin like. They were very well organized. They had when they approached, there was this fog that they came under the cover of. And although the fog was very quickly dispatched of, it was one of the many atypical things that happened in and around this battle. The siege weapon, the flaming catapult, was destroyed not by our heroes, but from a ballista arrow that had come from Hyrule Castle. And the final thing that I will mention, as it is, again, not something that would go unnoticed by the party, is that now that the fog has lifted and the battle has ended, and there is a fairly good view of the field, I will say that the busted catapult is visible, but the ballista arrow is not. So it is still late at night as this battle happened. Oh, one of the things I also forgot to mention is that the battle was forewarned by Sheik, who most people will know is also Zelda. She was coming through the field warning people of the oncoming attack. So that is something that had also helped. Some things happened in the southern part of town, but I will save that to see if it comes into play, rather than give you just a blow by blow of what happened. If you have not seen the last session, I highly recommend checking it out. It was it was a very, as I said, large scale battle, the largest one of the campaign so far, and yeah. So Zelda is back in Hyrule Castle, which is the first time that has happened this campaign. And yeah, so with that, now let's go over and re-meet the group. Okay. So first we have Gully. How you doing, Gully?
Doing great.
Wonderful to hear it. I'm sure you have no small amount of things planned for the night, and I'm very excited to see what that is. And Deacon, how you doing, my friend?
I am absolutely fantastic. I'm nice and well rested, very enthusiastic for the day. Nothing like waking up to already doing a Ginyu pose. Love to see it.
Wonderful. That is wonderful to hear. I'm happy so much. And of course, joining us, we have Lido. How you doing, Lido?
I'm doing good. I think. We'll find out.
All right.
I cast intrigue.
I know that tone of voice all too well, and I anticipate what is coming greatly. So,
Plan anything?
you know, when you play so long with so many people so frequently, you do get a feel for things, and it's definitely a two-way street. Like there, you know, like I, as a GM, cannot keep running like the same, you know, tired old tropes, because you guys pick up on them too quick. You guys pick up on my tells, you pick up on my tone of voice, and I love that, because that, you know, that keeps me on my toes and ever evolving. And it's funny because like I often say, like, or mention how inspiration comes in like these out of nowhere epiphanies, and and in saying that it comes out of nowhere is just an oversimplification, because in reality it's not out of nowhere. It's me just kind of incessantly and constantly mulling over the events of what you guys have done and how I can and what the ripple effects are of that. So as I say, it comes from nothing. It really truly comes from, the inspiration of you guys as, amazing players, and I thank you for that. So yes. I think we went through the announcements pretty quick. So, where we left off is again late at night. We are in the field, like the in Hyrule Castle Town, in the field right outside of Hyrule Castle Town. The battle had come right to the drawbridge, which was the aside from Leto, Deacon, and Gully was the last line of defense before they would have broken through the town. So as you kind of peruse the field throughout the moonlight, you notice again a couple things. You notice the broken ballista, the broken catapult. You notice a lack of ballista arrow. You notice the bodies, which I've cleaned up, strewn about the field, and the drawbridge is still drawn, as even though as you on the ground have a very good view of what's going on, the guards who are manning the tower, the castle walls, may not have such a good view as you. So they are they may not necessarily think that the battle is still going on, but they haven't gotten to the point that they believe without a shadow of a doubt that the battle is over yet. But as you look through the field, you find a couple of things. You notice that most of the moblins have little rupee pouches to them. And as you walk around and collect all of the rupees, you kind of sum it up together and you come to a total of 1,200 rupees. Also on the moblins, you find a total of 6 golden elixir potions and yeah, you know what? Beyond that, let's start out with our first rolls of the night, and everyone give me an investigation check to see what else. For what the last remaining item is that you can find.
Oh man, I lost the button. Oh wait, here's the button. Okay. Is it an investigation? Sorry.
Yes, investigation.
10 even.
Okay. So, hold on, let me get this up again. So 10. Okay. So, Deacon, you find 2 fire arrows.
Nice.
Bolts. Fire bolts.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's appreciated.
Leto, you find you know what, give me a D4.
Ooh.
Okay. You find 2 more golden elixir potions. And
Sorry, if I can interject real quick.
Mhm.
I hand my golden elixir potions to Leto.
Very nice and generous. And Gully with a 9, you find give me a D4 on that as well. Okay. On the silver moblin, you find 1 bright red healing potion.
beans.
All right. So bright red healing potion on Gully, golden elixir potions for Lido, and fire bolts for Deacon, as well as 1,200 rupees and what did I say? 6 golden elixir potions? Yeah. And 6 golden elixir potions.
I wrote it all down, so no worries.
Okay, awesome. Appreciate it. All right. So, what is your first move?
So, guys, here's the thing. I'm going to bed. Bye.
Mood.
You know what? That's probably a good thing to do. Yeah, we should get some rest.
All right. So, in turning around to head back.
Are we sure everything's over? Are we sure they're gone? Should we do a quick scout? You know what? We'll leave it to the guards. Yeah, let's get some rest.
There may be a couple stragglers, but you feel pretty confident that if there are a couple, that the guards can handle this type of situation. So, all right. So you start heading back. You turn around to head back into Hyrule Castle Town, and you notice that that the drawbridge is still up. So.
Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah. So what would you like to do?
I would like to call out. Hi. Open up, please. We need to come back in. Thank you. It's over now. We got him. Big thumbs up. It's okay. Tired.
And they called it out, and they're like, it's kind of dark. How do we know you're not one of them?
We promise you me much too small be one of them.
You really want to make sure it's us?
You see, you feel like, or you see this torch just kind of like casually kind of lobbed down to you guys. And they call it, let me see your faces.
I want to put on the spooky mask so much.
I try to catch the torch as it falls down.
I say anything would do it. You catch it, and just as it makes contact with your hand, the embers kind of come off the torch, and they can see. They get a good view of Gully, but Gully in his armor might not be too convincing that that's what's safe. with his big giant spike shield and his intimidating, full body helmet and plate mail.
I promise I'm friendly.
Like,
I only bite when necessary.
and you hear from like the other end of the gate a very familiar voice to the three of you. He calls out, it is Andy. He says, would you open up the damn gate already? I'd know that voice anywhere. So you start to hear like the creaking of the gate and the chains just kind of unfurling in this very clunking manner. And before you know it, the gate is down. And you can see about 4 guards at the gate entrance, and behind them is Andy. And you can see like they are battle ready in stance. And the moment that they see that you are in fact who you saying you are, and that you're not a threat, they take a more at ease stance. And
Robbie's pose. Sorry.
You make the Robbie pose?
Yes, absolutely.
So you are permitted entrance to Hyrule Castle Town. And then, so you walk through the gates, you make your way into Hyrule Castle Town, and you can see that there is a little bit of damage to the town. There is no damage to Cedos, and there is no damage to Deacon's Armory. But more so, not even really so much the buildings, but you can see that that there were kind of like rock fragments that kind of hit the paving area. You can see, kind of like buckling the stonework. You can see on the ground that there are kind of like these impact points that look charred, and as the with the char, it kind of like fans out from where the ball kind of broke and spread, where the fireball broke and spread. But you really don't notice any casualties, which is a very good thing. But you also do get the feeling that this is a everyone's still very much on high alert, and it is still a very tense area. The guards have kind of retaken the posts on where they need to be. The Hyrule Castle gate is still heavily guarded. The most of the guards maybe not too. Maybe like all the usual guards minus 2 have retaken their place at the southern gate, leading to the southern area of town. And yeah, so you want to head straight to resume your long rest?
No.
Okay.
I also have some antics.
I'm gonna go up to Andy and be like, Andy, follow me outside the gate real quick.
And he's like,
Trust me on this.
all right, where are we going?
Just outside the gate.
Okay. All right. So travels outside the gate with you. Is it just you two?
That's the fact. Anybody that wants to follow can follow. This is gonna be dumb real quick.
I am gonna follow Lido just because I'm intensely curious. Hope that okay. And okay if not. You can tell me to shush.
Fine.
Okay. So you head out of the gate, and what happens next?
So let me make sure I have a spell slot. Yes, I do. This is good. Ollie, did you come too?
I'm tagging along this time.
Okay.
You guys aren't flying around, so yeah.
So I'm going to cast that.
Okay.
100 animals at 5th level.
Okay.
And I am going to create 3 war horses.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to tell Andy to climb on one. I'm going to climb on one. I'm going to, reach down and pick up Deku if he wants, and I'll be like,
Thank you. I would like
Ellie, you want to ride on the other one?
Yeah. I'll hop on the other one. Thanks.
Okay, Andy, lead the way back into town. This is going to be cool.
Okay. So he starts to kind of trot back into the town.
Follow. Hopefully Gully will follow.
All right. Are you going in a line, or are you going in like a 1 and then 3 right behind?
Like a flying V.
Okay. Flying, but
He's
you.
in front, and then the 2 of us side by side.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So that happens.
And I'm just like, okay, now we're heroes, so remember the wave. And I start waving, like, you're welcome, thank you, Andy's cool. That's why he's leading us. He's great. We're cool. That's Gully. This is Deku, Lito, buy at Cetos. It's awesome. I'm back. We're awesome. Having a great
Oh.
night. Kill some stuff. Yeah.
I use like prestidigitation and like minor illusion to like just minor illusion just plays like a bum bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum, you know, and just like I make little sparkles appear whenever like Lido does like a good wave, you know. Sometimes we do the finger guns and little like fireworks shoot out.
Everyone just
Tell
kind
your
of
friends.
so as you're posturing through the town, I would say that specifically Lido, you're like you are just fully involved in this, and you feel like poke from behind, not a stab, just like almost like someone's like reaching out with like a stick or something and just kind of poking you from the side that Andy's on. And and as you like turn around to look, he goes, I don't think this is doing what I think you want it to be doing. And
All eyes on us.
so if you take a moment to like assess like what's actually going on around you in the town, people are just kind of looking at you.
Nope. Lito's not even paying attention. He's just in his own world.
Okay, so Gully and Deacon, you notice that everyone's just kind of looking at you with this mixture of emotions. Some people are confused. Some people seem to be like a bit put off because they look very tired. A couple comments you hear something along the lines of like, watching this, I wish they almost would have broken through the gate. I just want to get some goddamn sleep.
Fair enough.
It's too late for a goddamn parade. So like, show me the route that you're taking on this, and show me the end point.
And do. Let's see. So, I'm coming in from
Only
there.
I could.
No. Well, you're coming in from
Magic
the
like
west.
you guys as well. I would make sure we shower us in roses as we walk through the city.
So you're coming in from the west side.
Come
Can I?
there.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And there. And then there. And then there. And then there. And realize I went the wrong way and come back over here.
All right. Sounds good. So that does give you a very good feel of the town, and by the time that you realize that you went too far and you go to turn around, you also notice that a lot of people have kind of like turned in after seeing the spectacle. There were a couple, specifically younger inhabitants of the town, who very much appreciated this, who thought that because being young, they went from being very frightened to having the over the siege of the town to having these heroes parade through the town, and so the younger inhabitants are loving it. They're clapping, and they're like running off and trying to find like little tufts of grass and kind of like throwing it up in the air, trying to like imitate the minor illusion.
Can I? How many are hanging around? Just out of curiosity, like rough number.
At the start of it, I would say probably around, not counting the guards, maybe like 25, and then by the end of it, there's maybe 10.
Okay. So for the people who are hanging around, like you said, they're mostly the ones who are like okay with us.
Yeah. I mean, no one's like really offended by anything that you're doing. They're just tired, and they're just after what has happened, they're just not really wanting to deal with anything else.
Gotcha. So man, I I since these are like my fellow youths, and if there's one thing I know, it's I want to like clap my hands as like the final thing, and use my spell duplication
Mm.
to bring forth a hero's feast, which is just a bunch of like desserts and candies and cinnamon buns to like crop up on a little table just like in the middle, like by the fountain. I'm gonna post Heroes Feast spell description in the thing, but basically, yeah, they just get this like massive like can serve up to 12 people like a dessert tray and shit. And a creature that partakes of this feast gains several benefits. They're cured of all diseases and poison, immune to being poisoned and frightened, make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Their hit point maximum increases by 2d10, and they gain the same number of hit points, all for the next 24 hours, assuming they eat the food.
All right. So the most important question is: are you guys partaking in the feast?
Absolutely.
You guys okay with that?
Well, with us, it would be 13, wouldn't it?
I'll abstain.
No, I let you go because the fact that Lito is too, like, full of himself at the moment, and he's just going around the table giving everybody, like, back rubs and be like,
That's perfect.
that's right, we're amazing.
Hell yeah, that's perfect. Okay.
Sounds good.
Arigato.
And also keep in mind, just because there is a specific amount of people doesn't mean that every single person's going to partake in the feast. Especially the ones who are like tired and just want this night to be over. Like they're not going to load up on like sweets and stuff. So there will be people specific. Most often the younger crowd just dives into it, but the younger crowd makes up a rather small number of the total populace of what's left. So there would absolutely be enough for as many of you three as that wanted to partake. But yeah, so this feast kind of like pops up, and you at least hear like one sigh and comment coming from an older woman, as presumably it's her child who's just like dives into this thing and just starts like throwing like sweet treats in her mouth. She's like, "Oh, I'm never gonna get him to bed now."
We're the best. We're here.
I'm like, are you sure, lady? I can help you with that. I am a hero.
and she I you know what? Give me a what's the thing I'm looking for? I want to say persuasion, but I don't think it's persuasion. Hold on a second. If you know what I'm looking for. So she looks to you, and her eyes just kind of like zone in on you, and her eyelids start to ever so slightly start to close. Like not closing her eyes, but her eyes just sort of like soften and bead up a little bit. And give me a... fuck it. Give me just a straight charisma check.
Can I offer an inspiration?
Sure.
That's not terrible.
Pretty good.
That's 24.
24. All right. So her eyes just immediately like lock on to you, Lito. As I said, like her eyes start to soften, and she starts to almost like saunter up to you in a way that starts to make you potentially feel a little bit uncomfortable. And she takes her hand and she just kind of like runs it across the chest piece of your armor, and says, "You know, I might have a difficult time getting to sleep tonight too."
I can help you with that too.
And then the hand that is like running across your armor makes its way down and grabs your hand, and and she starts to kind of walk in a direction. Do you follow her?
Start walking, but I'm like, I need to go to my shop to get what I need.
She's like, "Oh no, I believe you have exactly what I need."
Yeah, but if you're gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna help you, I need to get stuff from my shop.
Oh,
For your child.
oh, don't worry about the child. He's fine. He's fine. It's
You wanted them to go to sleep, so I'm very confused.
all right. So she keeps walking uh down like in a southern direction towards the southern gate. And as she continues to walk, this this very nice, soft voice that she's been communicating with you with changes the moment she sees the guards. And she says, "Movies with me." They kind of like part like the damn Red Sea, and they open up the gate, and she takes you into the southern part of town.
Okay.
Can I give him another inspiration? Just like, bye, have fun.
Yes, we'll call it like just a last minute inspiration. And
Yo, somebody's been working.
thanks. Yes, I have.
Very nice, dude. Holy shit.
So she takes you into the southern part of town, and let me see if I could find a token for it. Let me see if it'll let me find a token. That's great. Let's use this. If it will let me. We'll use your token. So, as she starts walking down the road, she's making small conversation with you again. Like, it's just you two. She has completely forgotten about her son, and she's like, "So, you're an adventurer, a hero, right?"
Yep.
"Oh, I've never known anybody like that." She goes,
Really?
"Yeah, I mean, I've always heard of people doing heroic deeds, but I've never really met anybody firsthand who who is so selfless and brave."
Yeah.
At this point, she's
Me and my group are.
what was that? Oh,
Yeah, me and my group are.
and at this point, like she goes from kind of like holding your hand, her hand comes up to like the joint of your elbow, and she uses both hands to um kind of wraps both her hands around your arm and just kind of leans into you as she attempts to match walking paces with you while she guides you.
It's gonna be pretty hard. I'm 8 feet tall.
So it's like I would put this woman at maybe okay. So then maybe not like at the joint of your elbow, maybe like more up, like maybe like halfway up your forearm. But she's going for it, but you're obviously too tall. And so she eventually walks to to this area, and she goes, well, just in case you were worried, my husband's out of town on business, and he won't be back for a long, long time. So if you're concerned, just don't be.
I'm not. I'm pretty sure I could put anybody to sleep.
She's like, oh, I bet. So she eventually comes up to the entrance of this house, and she unlocks the door, comes in. It's a very well kept house. It's very well furnished, and so she kind of like sits you down in like on like a nice love seat, and she goes around and she starts pouring a set of 2 drinks, kind of like, I want to say maybe like behind you at like your 7 o'clock, and she's still making small conversation with you, asking about like what kind of brave deeds you have done, what you wanted to be, when did you know you wanted to be an adventurer, what's your sign? Like, she just starts, making these like small talk questions, and then she comes around with two glasses of what you would very distinctly recognize this smell of this drink as fishki. So she says, we've had this bottle for a very long time, and I just never really had a reason to open it until now. And she takes one and she extends the other glass to you.
I'll take it.
And she holds it up and says, to a never-ending night of adventure. There it is. And they clink. And she knocks back the entire, I mean, I say it's entire, but it's like 2 ounces. But she knocks it back, like takes it like a shot.
I just chuck it over my shoulder. I don't drink, so I'm not old enough.
Nice. All right. So, yeah. So at this point, she kind of starts to be a little bit less assertive, and kind of puts things more on you. And she's like, so what do you want to do?
I'm supposed to help you get to sleep, and I was going to help your kid, but you told me to leave them behind.
Oh, he's
How do
fine.
I even know your name?
My name is and she kind of like looks around, and she looks around and she goes, Bella. I'm Bella.
Oh?
What's your passive?
Passive what?
Perception.
You're joking, right? It's 19.
19. You notice that she was directly looking at a bell when she said it. Like there up on a shelf, there's this nice brass ornamental bell, among other things on like a decorative shelf.
Like, okay. Interesting. So, Bella, I have a question for you.
Of course, anything.
I need you to really, really pay attention to me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I cast Chaos on her. Using my 6th level spell slot.
All right. So,
I'll make a save.
is it wisdom? All right.
Let's say wisdom 18. I don't know why it says 15. It's an 18.
Ooh.
I'm not near you, so I can't make him re-roll it.
Okay. So being that it just has a voice component, I would say she doesn't notice how you just kind of casually work the words of the spell into the preceding conversation.
So, Bella, right?
Yes, Bella.
So, what do you do for a living?
Oh, I don't do anything. Labor, day jobs? No. I do the world is my oyster, and I do as I please.
So, what you're saying is you have lots of opportunities in front of you, and you're always willing to, put forward the effort.
Well, I was more hoping that I would have the effort put on me, but yeah, I suppose that I would have the energy for that. Yeah.
Well, then I have a deal for you.
Chick's a little confused.
Have you ever thought about being part owners in like a bar?
No, the filthy place.
What if it's like it's a rich bar, like a wine bar?
No. Alcohol attracts only ill reputes. That's
You just drank some.
in my house. That is different. I could. I'm not saying I'm against alcohol. I'm against alcohol establishments, and not because of the establishment itself, but more so just because um, no matter how nice you make it, it does have, from my experience, a tendency to just attract undesirables.
Really? That's kind of stinky. I was really hoping.
Yes, they are stinky sometimes. Yes.
I was hoping to make one that was actually fancy and get people from like the southern area where you are to come up and visit, and then maybe use you as like a possibility to be like, hey, you should totally go have like a drink there, and it's really nice and upscale, and I totally say yes.
We prefer isolation. We are a very close knit and well off group of people, and we just we appreciate the protection that Hyrule Castle Town can offer us, but you have to take the good with the bad, I suppose.
Like, you wait right here a second. I'm gonna be right back.
Of course, but don't be too long. It is a bit late.
Okay. So I go running out of the house to right about there-ish,
Uh-huh.
and then look towards the bigger house where the Thudbutt's body was supposed to be.
Yep.
Is it still there?
It's as if it was never there. There is no body. There's no uh, evidence of any type of blood from the stabbing that occurred. It is as if it never happened. I mean, it did happen, and you know it happened, but
Okay. Okay. So, I go walking back to the house. I open the door and go, "Oh, I'm so tired. I should be heading home."
and you notice in the short time that you were there, from the time you left to the time you came back, she like has completely changed into quote unquote something a little bit more comfortable. And the moment you announce that you are about to depart, she has this very deflated look on her face. And she says, "Well, I guess I cannot persuade you to stay. Um,
I have my
perhaps,
own house.
well, yes, but you know, it just gets so quiet in this big house sometimes, and
You have a kid. How is it quiet?
and servants. In the time there, you have noticed a fair amount of activity in the house, even given that late at night. So it isn't by no means a quiet house for what she is claiming. But just well, you know, just sometimes companionship is nice, and you know, there's certain things that you know, um, neither employees nor children can fulfill. So I was hoping that you know, especially since that we had such a scare tonight that maybe you know you might want some company."
I have my friends.
And this like little like her hair um is up in like this very like tight bun with just a little tuft of a bang kind of like hanging down, and she goes and kind of like wisps it up as it falls back down, and she goes, "It appears there's some kind. It appears we have a slight disconnect, and I do apologize for taking up your time for the night, and I trust that you will make it back to your friend safely for the night."
Hey, it shouldn't be that long of a walk. You want to come back with me to get your kid?
No, he knows his
Okay.
way. Let's he'll
Did
run
I
around for a
tell
bit
him
and just kind of
his
work off what he ate.
Did I tell him his mom Bella told him to go home?
If you see him, I would appreciate it.
Okay. Well, this was fun. If you ever want to do it again, come by Cito's. Trust me, I love to see more of this area in the daylight.
And I do apologize, but I did not catch your name either.
I didn't give it, and I walk away.
All right. So, okay, so once you leave the house, what do? Do you head back into town?
I start running back into town. Because my brain is now realizing what was going to possibly happen.
All right. So, so you come running back into town where you see, um, where you see Andy and Gully and Deacon, and as they come back, um,
I'm specifically looking for the kid at this point.
by the time you come back, he is still just being completely unsupervised. He is just making the absolute most of this, and you see him take what is like one like the probably the largest eclair you have ever seen in your life, and he just like throws the whole thing in his mouth. And the moment he does, The moment he does, it just hits him. You just hear like a oh, and he starts kind of breathing funny. So it's like, and he starts like with his mouth. It's evident that he's trying so hard to keep all of these sweets down and not let any of it go.
I quickly walk up to him,
Oh wait.
put a hand on his shoulder, and go, "Listen, little man, I can make it all better if you want."
And he goes, no, it was plenty good. Yeah, no more,
No.
no more better.
You'll still be full, but you'll feel better.
So I could eat more.
Well, you would have to ask your mom, Bella.
Kind of twerks his head. And he goes, okay. Yeah.
What's your name?
What's that?
What's your name?
My name is Troy.
Little Troy, I'm gonna make you feel better. And I just waste a casting of a lesser restoration on him. Should get rid of the stomach ache.
All right. So it does clear his stomach ache. At this point, I am going to have everybody make a DC 10 con save.
What's your mom's name?
Bella. My mom's name is Bella.
Okay.
Insight check.
All right.
Insight check the little kid.
Insight check.
That's an 11.
You don't see much of a tell to the contrary. His there is something a bit off about his speech, but at this point it's late. It's been a wild night. He's oversugared and overexhausted. He just might be overstimulated, and that might be why his speech is coming off like that.
Okay. My friend asked you a question, by the way.
My mom's name, Bella, yeah.
Hello, what?
Bella, and he starts looking around. Yes. Bella Cannoli. It's Bella and I am Troy Cannoli.
His name is Troy Cannoli.
Inside check that.
Sorry about that. I genuinely thought I was muted. When I put my headset down, it demuted itself.
Oh yeah, Troy. That sounds like a good name. Okay.
That's fine, Deacon. Deacon, I just need a con save from you, DC 10.
Ooh, okay. Here we go. Sec. Pulling it up. 5.
Ooh.
What happened?
1 point of exhaustion.
Gotcha. Okay, doke.
Okay. So, okay. They have they are trying
What
to
exactly is he wearing?
He's wearing pajamas, but they're nice pajamas. They are like a nice kind of material to them, but they are they're almost like a silken pajama set, you know, like with like the button up front, and he has really nice slippers on too.
Does he have like a pocket?
He's got like a chest pocket, and presumably his pants most likely have pants pockets.
Okay. I'm going to look at Gully and wink at him, and then I'm going to walk towards Deku.
Can I get a quick rundown on anything that happened while I was gone? I'm sorry.
At what point did you step away?
Literally, like, Leto was still in the thing. I was gone for a good 10 minutes.
Okay, so the short is that the woman who became to name Bella escorted Leto back to her house in the southern area of town.
I was there when right after he made his business proposal, and the last thing I heard was, "Well, I can't persuade you to stay here." And
Okay.
then, I had to go help my mom.
Honestly, that's kind of like the gist of it at this point.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Nothing else really kind of developed in that particular area. When I think when Leto got a gist of like what was going on, he kind of like made a beeline out of there.
Gotcha.
And now they are talking to her kid Troy.
Okay.
Troy Cannoli.
Cute. Okay. Sorry. I just wanted to thank you.
Okay. So now Leto is approaching you. Is
Yes.
that okay?
Hi.
Hi, I need a favor.
Sure. What's up?
Okay, and I proceed to grow my patented little stick of wild oak, just like an inch long or so. Like, Deku, see that kid?
Hmm?
I need you to put this in his pocket.
Okay.
And when you come back, tell me you have to get it off you as fast as we can.
Okie doke.
And try to make sure he doesn't notice it.
Okay.
And I tap you on the shoulder and give you guidance just in case.
Thanks.
Like, and then I go, yeah, Gully, what we were talking about with Troy, totally not making him not pay attention to what's going around him. What else should we ask him about Bella, his mom? What about his dad? Is his dad Mr. Cannoli?
Cannoli.
That sounds good. Troy, is your dad's name Mr. Cannoli?
Well, yeah, we're the cannolis.
You eat cannolis a lot?
Yeah.
Does your family used to make cannolis?
I don't know. I know my last name's Cannoli.
So what I'd like to do is I would like to saunter over to the Heroes Feast and just pick up one of the cannolis since it's like all desserts and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I would like to add a little prestidigitation to give it that like little bit of a little bit of chocolate on the rim, just to add that finishing touch. And and then I'm going to go bring it over to Troy and say, this is a pretty good cannoli. It nice. Help you not feel bad or anything. Recommend you give it a shot. A very tasty dessert. And I hand it to him with one hand.
Okay. So are you going to attempt to sleight a hand as he's eating the cannoli?
Yes.
Okay. Given the distraction of giving a child a cannoli, make the check at advantage.
Thank you. Let's not bungle, boys. Let's not bungle. We didn't bungle this.
Of the 3 pockets, where would you like to put it? He has a chest pocket and 2 pants pockets.
Okay. What's that?
Pants pocket.
Yeah, pants pocket works. Oh, that's what I was probably gonna go for. Yeah. So pants pocket works, and yeah.
All right. Yeah, I would say that you do that with relative ease.
Hey, thank you.
So he does enjoy the cannoli.
Oh wait, sorry. I just realized something. I have the I mean, it doesn't matter right now because the roll was 40 basic, but
Mhm.
exhaustion disadvantage counts out the advantage, so on and so forth.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry.
Nope, but still, I mean, 2 point difference, still well above the necessary DC. Yeah. So, trying to think. Okay. So
Sorry.
after. Mhm.
When you have disadvantage and advantage, it just cancels out into a flat roll, so it'd still be a 40. But sorry, just explaining.
Oh, that's
Legally required to explain this.
Thank you. Yes. So completely unaffected. So yeah. Once he kind of like devours his like untold number of sweets for the night, and at this point the remaining people have also had their fill and they're starting to depart for the night. And he's like, well, I guess I better be getting home.
Bye, everybody. Nice meeting you. Hope you had a good time with the snacks. Me appreciate everybody who stuck around. You were all very nice, and me glad that in some small way we could help you. Hope we can all help you guys again because you all very nice people.
So leader, you snuck poison oak into him? Okay.
For a reason.
For a reason? Okay.
There's a reason behind it.
I would expect nothing less. All right. So the town has dispersed and the calmness of the night air has returned to Hyrule Castle Town. Would you like to do anything else before turning in?
So do you need to clean this off my gloves?
Yes, I need to clean your gloves. Very quickly.
Thank
I
you.
will. Yeah. Poison oak his gloves.
Gotcha.
And then I'll go, okay, guys, come in the shop. I have to tell you what my idea is.
Excellent. Oh, by the way,
Once we're inside
Gully,
the shop.
don't forget to roll your 2d10 for Hero's Feast. I don't know if you've ever used the aid spell, but it works like that. So it like boosts your max HP by whatever you roll on the 2d10s. And like so if you like take, you roll 12 and you take 15 damage, you can be healed up to 12 above your maximum HP for the 24 hours after the spell. So basically all through tomorrow.
Yeah, it's an HP boost, not a temporary HP situation.
Yeah, it's like actually boosting your physical maximum stat. So, and you can be healed up to that new maximum until the end of tomorrow.
Very cool.
Yeah. So you all make your way back to Cito's. You come into the door, and the shop is closed. There's nobody else in attendance except for you three.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't think her name was Bella. I know you guys are probably surprised about that. But
Didn't know her name
probably not
in the
Bella.
first place. Okay.
She lives in the Southern District. I tried to make a deal with her, trying to help us with the bars and everything, but she wasn't into that. So it was like, okay. So I left. Thudbutt's body was not where I left it. And then I came back, and then Troy, I'm pretty sure, lied to us, because I'm pretty sure his last name isn't Cannoli. So, what I had you do, Deacon, is basically put the poison oak in his pocket, so that way, sometime, most likely, tonight or tomorrow, he's going to touch it, and then most likely touch wherever. Then, someone's going to be like, oh no, he has something wrong with him. We have to go find a potion or something. And where did they go? Ta-da! I just look around me.
Sense. Nice. That makes sense. That's a good plan.
Okay.
Should help you find out things.
And as you notice, and I point to, I would hope there's a book on the register over there. That's normally where we write down who gets what. So it would have to put a name in the book.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
luckily, we should get a real name instead of cannoli.
Quite ingenious of you.
That makes sense. That
I
fun.
have my genius moments. And I turn around and stumble into my nice little pond.
Speaking of which, I don't know, but after that meal, I'm feeling like I need to go beat up something.
Ooh, that sounds like fun to me.
Okay.
Does anyone else feel that way? Just like, energized, invigorated, just amped up.
Well, also, hmm. Me not scared of anything. Going to be fun. Looking forward.
I'm just kind of
but-
hungry since I didn't get any of it.
Oh, sorry, Lito. We make sure you have some next.
It's fine. I got other things accomplished.
This is true. One last thing. Check my stuff.
No, Lito, you made you made the concept for the exhaustion. You didn't suffer a point.
Yes. Yeah, I was hitting things the wrong way.
Oh, okay. I just noticed that in chat.
Okay, I'm done. Yeah, I think it's time for me to take a nice nap. I will choose a bed this time. Wait, are there more than one beds? Or are there?
There's the bed that Gully sleeps in, and then there's the moss bed that I've been creating, and then there's my pond.
Oh, neat. Okay. I will sleep in the dirt until the moss bed is finished.
I believe that like when you've been staying in Cetos, the moss bed is on the upper floor, adjacent to Gully's bed.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's what I had in mind.
yeah. That's so each of you have like your own very like specific and special sleeping arrangements.
Nice. Perfect. Okay. And I will have Chimkin just hold on tight on top of the roof in a little skylight.
Nesting on the roof.
Yes.
You got it. All right. So, excuse me. Long rest.
Yes.
Good.
All right. So, long rest. Given the interruptions and the excitement of the night, you have a tendency to oversleep just ever so slightly over the course of the day. Leto kind of like being in the lower floor kind of naturally wakes up when like everyone starts coming in for the shop opening. But to get the full rest, and I would still say that still counts as a full rest, but I would say that maybe Deacon and Gully end up sleeping in like an extra 2 hours after Leto wakes up.
Honestly, that sounds good to
All right. And yeah, so how would you like to take the day? Leto, is there anything that you want to do within that 2 hour time frame? And
Yes.
okay.
2 important things.
Mhm.
Number 1. Hey, Isaac. Audio pal.
Yes, pal.
So, I've been gone for like 5 years. And let's cut out everything. Where's the money from the shop?
I mean that's not a simple question. I mean, do you want to know about the money we have on hand, or do you want to know about the money that we have stored away?
The answer is yes.
And he pulls out like this big like kind of like chunk of like this like giant chest with like bags of rupees. And he goes, well, I mean, these are the rupees that we typically have on, that we start off the day with. This is, and he kind of like opens up all the different satchels, and there's different colored rupees in each one. He goes, typically we like to start the day with about 300 rupees, just so, we can make change if they need it and things like that. It's always good to have a little bit of rupees on hand. But aside from that, we just kind of there is a gentleman that periodically comes around, and we have a bank account that we give them the money, and we have any kind of like hands you this passbook, and you open up the passbook and it shows all of the financial transactions that have been being made. And as you kind of like start flipping through the pages of the years gone by, you come to the bottom number of right now you're sitting at roughly 10,000 rupees.
Well, I see we have been productive.
But yes, it is. I mean, we are the only place in town with the Royal Alchemist, and that does go. It is worth noting.
I like that idea. You know of any other royal alchemists out there?
I mean, I was I ran across alchemists in training as I was going to school, but once I made full title, I just haven't traveled too much. But I would imagine that I'm probably not the only one.
Okay. So, if I ran into another royal alchemist, how would I know that they're a royal alchemist?
Oh, they'll
Do
tell
they
you.
have proof? Do they have a special pin?
And he goes, "Oh yeah, yeah," and he kind of like he points to like this insignia on his lab coat. It's like a patch, and this patch, it has a insignia on it that indicates that he is a royal alchemist, and it is worth noting that the color of the patch is blue and gold. And he says, "Yeah, we have this," and I would imagine your next follow-up question is, can anybody else get that patch? And I suppose it would not be difficult to replicate. However, it's one of those things where the punishment does not befit the crime, and it is not worth the risk to pretend to be a royal alchemist if you are not one.
Interesting.
Yes, it comes with a very steep punishment. The fraudulence of it, I mean.
Makes sense.
Yes.
You keep doing what you're doing. I have to step out for a couple of moments and then I'll be back. If my friends wake up, tell them I'll be back.
Okay. So, ballpark, how long is, like, what's in your head? How long is that going to take?
I literally need to run to the Adventures Guild because I want to post something.
Okay. I was just curious if it was like within the window of the 2 hours. Okay.
Oh yeah, it'll.
All right. So you run to the Adventures Guild, and the moment you walk in, you see the you haven't done a lot of Adventures Guild quests. So okay. So in the Adventures
I'm
Guild,
here.
yeah, what happens is the building is it's not always like the largest of. What just happened? That was weird. It's not the largest of buildings, but they kind of like every town has its own specific stall. I don't believe this is true in every Adventures Guild, but it is true in the most of them. And the Adventures Guild is typically run by the race of whatever town is inhabiting it. So as you walk through, the one that immediately addresses you is the Hylian, and he's kind of like dead center, and he's like, "Oh, fresh face. What brings you in?"
I am looking to post A job or two.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, and he kind of like grabs a couple forms, and he goes, well, since this is my first time seeing you, I am anticipating that this is just typically your first or one of first times in the Adventurers Guild, so I will just give you a quick rundown. If not for your sake, then for my own personal peace of mind. So, and then they hold up the sheet, and they're like, so what you need to do is at the top, you need to just kind of fill out your personal information, your name, the best way to contact you upon completion of the task. Underneath that, you put what the task is, what the reward is, and how many times you would like this task completed. And then once the job is filled out, all you need to simply do is give a suggested donation of 100 rupees per task for the Adventures Guild, and also we hold on to the reward money.
Okay.
I recognize that might not be the best and easiest way to handle things, but we have unfortunately had in the past issues with people posting jobs and then not making good on the reward, and unfortunately that reflects negatively upon us rather than them. So that is why we do it this way. Okay, so she starts off with the first one. She's like, okay, well, you know what, I like, no offense, I can read my handwriting. So how about you simply dictate it to me, and I will fill out the page, and then once we have come to an agreement that this is what you'd like, we'll simply have you sign it.
Okay.
All right. So name? Lido. All right. Do you have any affiliation?
And Deekun.
Lido. Okay, so I'll put the secondary and tertiary simply in parentheses, just so I know if I need to follow up with anybody afterwards. So in parentheses, he writes Deacon and Gully, and he goes, "Is there any particular affiliation that you would like me to note?"
Cedos.
Okay. All right, Cedos, and what is the nature of the task?
Fuck, if you don't mind, I'm gonna leave that as a mystery until we actually get someone for it, because I'm gonna write to you and let you know what I'm looking for. That way, it'll be a surprise when it happens.
Okay.
That's
So
cool.
so you're going to privately message it to me, but I will say that you dictate it to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you dictate the task to him, and he jots it down and says, "Okay, is this a repeatable task?"
Yes.
Okay. How many times would you like this task repeated?
What's the biggest number I can do?
I mean, we can always just start with 10. And depending on the, that way, if we need to change it moving forward, we can simply refile it with different details.
Okay.
Okay, so 10 times, and what is the reward? Per occurrence.
Put that in the message too.
Okay, and you dictate it to him, and he writes that out, and he goes, okay.
Yes.
So, and then he tallies up the price of the reward price per occurrence for 10 occurrences, and he tacks on the suggested donation of 100 rupees to the Adventures Guild, and he presents it to you, and he says, "Is this the job? Does this task look properly filled out to you?"
Yes.
Okay, so he puts it to you for signature.
I sign it.
Very well, and he kind of like sets that aside, and you said you had another task.
Well, no, that was it. There's 3 parts of it.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, I thought we were. I misunderstood. I apologize. Okay, so we have that one task, and off the bat, just like for my own personal thing, like you obviously have the money to cover it, but you do have it on hand, or is that like something that you need to withdraw for?
Probably withdraw for.
Okay, so you convey that to him, and he goes, okay, so we have the information filled out, and once the reward is secured, we will have it posted on our board for you.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. And I go, oh, if you have any other jobs, I just take like some paperwork with me, so that way I know, especially like the like worst bad guy type, hunting them down and clawing out their eyes type thing. I have a friend who really likes to kill things.
Looking
So,
for jobs. Wonderful.
looking for jobs, or like a quest to find things that seem out of time, if that makes sense.
Out of time. That is a unique request. Well, I let me take a look. Let me see what I can find. And he kind of starts like thumbing through his stuff, and he as he's searching, he's kind of like speaking out loud, both like to himself, but also in a way to like convey that if anything sounds interesting, to like bring it forward. So as he's like thumbing through files, he's like, well, we have a missing cat, and we have an ingredients fetch thing, and we have this, that, and the other thing, and he starts rummaging off the kokiri. Kind of is about 2 stalls down from the Hylian, and he kind of like jumps up on his table and leans over, and he goes, I think I got something for you.
Okay.
And he starts like waving like this paper in his hand, and do you approach?
Yes.
Okay, so as you approach, and you get close enough, he kind of like puts it out to you, and it is listed as a paranormal investigation quest. It says that there have been around the area of Kakariko Village, there have been sightings of Saria, and it is the sightings themselves are becoming incredibly contradictory to each other. Like some people see her in flat physical form, and some people see her almost in this translucent state. Some people are able to talk to her. Some people are not able to talk to her. It doesn't have it's this particular file is, I want to say, a couple pages long, just from all the different testimonies that have been given along with this quest. But as you kind of read through the footnotes of it, the general consensus is that there is concern as to how and why this is happening, and if it is indeed Saria. Some people believe it is. Some people believe that it's not. Some people believe that she is alive. Some people believe she's a ghost. But given that there are so many unanswered questions, somebody has put forth a quest to the Adventurers Guild to seek information that would satisfy this.
Take it from done. He's an annoying little girl anyway.
All right.
Anything else?
I mean, of course. I mean, that's by far the most interesting quest. But I mean, if you want to go looking for flowers, or if you want to go looking for,
Yes, looking for flowers. I totally will go looking for flowers. Tell me what kind of flowers you need, and I will go find them.
Oh, I gotta look it up on this one. Okay.
It's okay. You can make up a list and just give it to me whenever.
Okay.
I'm just gonna bring it back to the guys, so that way I'm not gone forever.
Okay, I got. Okay, so what I will, in communicating with you as well as the viewership, what I do is I will over here in the player's notes, I will create a list of quests for the Adventurers Guild. And that way it's just kind of like right there for everyone to reference. But we'll throw in, we'll make note that, that you grab a couple of fetch quests, specifically pertaining to flowers, and I'll get you some details on a potential missing persons quest.
Okay.
All right. So at this point, it would be about the time that Deacon and Gully are waking up. So do you head back to Cedos? Okay. So Deacon and Leto, you awaken to the bustling sound of a large amount of business happening, transactions happening at Cedos. They're upon waking up, it sounds like maybe there's roughly about 8 people in the store. Some are talking to the cashier, some are talking to the alchemist, some are just kind of like shouting out questions like, "What's this? How much is this?" But it is a very bustling time for the shop. So, as you wake up, what would you like to do?
Well, first thing I'll do is I'll say good morning to Gully. Hi, Gully.
Good morning.
Did you have a nice relaxing nap?
I did.
Nice. Me
I
too.
slept in a little bit longer, but yeah, I'm feeling
Yeah.
good. I'm feeling great.
Glad to hear it, Gully. You think we have potential for lots of adventures today? Looking forward to what we've come up with. I'm sure. I don't see Leto around here, so I'm sure he's up to something fun. Looking forward. Yes.
I'm sure he is. And as this conversation is starting to go, Gully gets him out of the bed, and he starts doing some shadow boxing. Just kind of getting his blood pumping, stretching. Yeah, all right.
Deacon does like a couple of little jumps. He doesn't actually know how to properly stretch, but one sec. Oh, okay,
Just
never mind. I was thinking.
seeing this little shrub creature just trying to jump up and down.
Yep, pretty much.
Gully
Gets
gets
the blood flowing.
A little chuckle going to himself.
All right. So, Mr. Gully, time to lead the way. We're gonna head down and to adventure.
Yes,
Maybe
let's
have
go.
some ideas. And I'll follow him down the stairs.
Okay, so you come down the stairs, and yes, in fact, as you make your way down the stairs, Lita was not present in the shop. Do you head right out of the shop, or do you linger in for a bit?
Hey, why don't we just we'll leave a message here with them to tell Lito to join us. Let's go eat something to eat.
Ooh, that sounds good. Okay. One thing. I want to see if I could do something. Sorry, I gotta check my my spells real quick. I have a small idea. So is Isaac around?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I ask what he typically like does around the shop?
He tries to spend as much time as possible into cultivating the plants and the other reagents. He tries to spend as much time as possible to create. He tries to stick to himself. He tries to experiment with various types of potions, things like that. But um, he is often interrupted by people where he regards it as like incessant questioning. Like they'll hold up like a bottle or a vine or something, and they'll be like, "What's this? What does this do? How much does this cost?" And um, he tries to be personable, but it is definitely not his strong suit. And the more he gets barraged with these questions, the more irritable he becomes, because he really just wants to focus on what he regards as like his art and his craft. But yeah, I mean, really, in the end, he kind of does like a little bit of everything. He really doesn't handle the rupees too much, but everything else is pretty much fair game. Deacon, I'm coming through, right?
Yep, you are.
Okay. Did we lose Deacon?
Still on? I don't hear him.
He's not muted. Let me text him.
There.
Okay, so while I try to get back a hold of Deacon. Okay, so while you are preparing to leave a message about like where you want to meet Leto then comes through the door, and he's carrying with him. Well, actually, my question is, Leto, when you take the quests from the Adventurers Guild, um, when you come in, are you like, is it in your hand, or have you kind of tucked it away?
Oh yeah. It's in the hand waiting to like fall out.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you. I didn't know if you wanted to like tuck it into. Okay, so you come in, and Gully, you see that Leto is carrying just like a fairly thick, but not too thick stack of papers.
Louis! I start walking upstairs.
Just completely bypassing Gully.
Yep.
Bye.
I was like, follow me, hoping that he would understand to follow me.
Okay. So Gully, do you follow?
I do follow.
All right.
Well, this isn't gonna take long, right? I kind of want some food.
This is better than food.
Better than food. Okay.
Better than food?
Yes.
Sorry.
Hello, Deacon.
There you are.
Hi. So, sorry about that. They didn't give me something to give me. Anyway. Hi.
So Leto's come in the shop, and he has gone upstairs, and Gully has followed, and Deacon, you have followed as well.
Sure. I zoned out for a second there. In character. I was just like, sorry about that.
It's okay.
But yeah, I'll head up with Leto and Gully.
Gotcha. All right. Well, okay. So before we go down that, did you catch what I was explaining,
Absolutely
or
nothing. I'm sorry.
what's that?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
Well, I forgot the question.
I basically just asked what Isaac was doing. The long and short of it was, if he had any part in selling anything, I was going to offer him an enhanced ability charisma so he could be a better salesman and like make Leto more money today.
Okay, no, okay, yeah, that was one of the things I said is that he does not directly deal with the sales. He deals with pretty much everything else. Like, he tries to like stick to himself and like what he needs to do, but that is often unsuccessful. And
Oh, amazing.
yeah, but the more he gets from his perspective, the more he gets interrupted and barraged by questions as to like what does this potion do? How does this much cost? Like he does tend to get a little bit irritable.
Gotcha. I will make a note to self to find a ask. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna ask Leto something next time I get the chance. Sorry.
Okay,
Okay. I'll just leave that there and follow Leto with what the boys had planned.
sounds good. All right, so you guys head upstairs. And what are they following you for?
So, I get upstairs, and I walk to the furthest wall and literally stand staring at it, waiting for them to come into the room.
Mhm.
As soon as they come into the room, I spin around and just throw the papers onto the floor. We have jobs to choose from.
Ooh, okay. That sounds good.
By the way,
Um,
there's a quest specifically about Saria, who we saw.
hmm.
People think they don't see her, and she might be alive, she might be dead, but nobody's really sure, so it's kind of a find out if she's dead or alive, maybe, possibly type of job.
Well, uh, can Deku explains that he can't read really well, and he asks if you could like read him the details of the Sorry one, because that piques his interest immediately since
Yes,
she told us about the forest temple.
I can do that.
I did hear what he said, so you don't have to repeat it unless you would like.
Okay.
Gully is going to kind of like try and rifle through them to see whichever one he thinks is going to be the most dangerous
I
and pull that one.
All right. So there is a quest in from the Goron. As you look at the signature comes from the signature at the bottom of the quest is Boulder Gut, and the quest
thank
is
God I can't read.
so what the quest is it states that at the entrance to Death Mountain there is a cave which um, is typically utilized for his business, and it has been taken over by listed as bandits. And not only has the cave now become inaccessible to him for his business, but also he has a fair amount of goods and merchandise held up in that cave that he no longer has access to. So the quest is to travel to the entrance to Death Mountain, locate the cave, clear out the bandits, and retrieve the stolen goods. And then you look at the reward. It is a one-time task, and it pays 1,200 rupees.
Oh, sorry. Just as a brief interjection,
Hmm?
would you guys mind if I held on to 400 of the 1,200 rupees we got from the moblins?
Oh, I was thinking 400 for each of us.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Like, are you guys okay with that? Because I was just making sure.
I tried to make them round numbers.
Appreciate it.
So that it all kind of.
But yeah, I just wanted to ask that before I added it to my character sheet because I didn't want to assume. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. I apologize. I kind of like glance over Gully's shoulder and go like a nod. Like I know what I'm reading, but I still don't know what I'm reading. So I ask, how does that one sound, Gully? Sorry.
This sounds very promising. We should do this one.
What's it say?
Kill.
Oh.
Oh, well, okay. There's a little bit more than kill, but basically, we need to clear out, clear out a cave of some people or some things that shouldn't be there.
Okay. Well, uh, where is it?
Uh, it's
Where
over there.
Pebble is?
Yeah. Who?
Most likely Pebble.
Who's Pebble?
Pebbles
Oh yeah,
is
you
my
never
friend.
met Pebble. Pebble sucks.
Pebbles is my friend from Goron Village.
Oh, I was just about to ask if Pebble needs to be, taken out as well, but okay. We won't take out Pebbles. Your friend.
Pebble's a girl who likes to have boys in her cave.
I'm gonna leave that one alone, Lito.
What's wrong with that?
Fair enough. Nope. Nothing at all wrong with that. Nope.
Oh,
Nothing
okay.
wrong at all.
Well, yeah, we should go help him out. Boulder Gut was a good friend of mine. Wait, sorry, you didn't say that. Never mind that I said that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't.
No, you in the prologue you had dealings with Boulder Gut.
Oh yeah, but I didn't see it on the paper because I can't read.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Hey, I'll read it to him.
Thank you.
I'll
I'm
read
really
it
sorry.
aloud. Let me say that.
Thank you. I'm really sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I don't mind reading.
Thank you. But yeah, I would also do this one. That is okay with you guys.
Hey, you get to see your friend Pebbles.
And maybe help her.
Yay.
I point at the Boulder Gut and go, "That her father."
Oh.
So helping her dad be nice. Wait, no. Yeah, Boulder
No?
Gut was.
No, that's not nice.
Yeah. No,
It is good.
I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good.
he's good. He's good.
Okay.
He's very hardworking. Takes good care of last. Pebbles kind of worked as like a salesman down at the base of Goron Mountain. She actually gave me this
I
gift.
remember Pebbles. Yes, I do.
I thought you did.
Yeah, I was like, but okay.
I was like that was
I
pretty
remember
early in that
Pebbles.
campaign.
Yeah, I remember Pebbles. Yeah. It's been so long. Haven't seen Pebbles in years.
I feel it. It has been. Yeah. I look at Lito and go, are you okay with that, or do you have something you'd like to do more? Do you want to do the starting one, or?
No, I'm good. I just also realized, we should start doing something because we're gonna have to spend some time out in the field soon, and that's gonna take a while. And having a little bit of adventure before we have to sit for like 8 hours kind of sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you want to leave a message with Isaac? We going now? What do you
I don't know.
What do you two want to
guys
do?
ready?
I'm good to go.
I have to run one more errand.
Okay.
Lito, you have to run a lot of errands.
Yes, I'll be right back, and I go running off.
Okay, bye. We'll meet you.
I don't remember him being so much of an errand boy.
They're my errands.
You could call him the Knight Errand.
So tell us of this errand.
I am literally going over to the soup shop real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna burst in and go, what is his name? Crap, what is his name offhand? Is it Bert? No, what is his name?
Which one? Barry?
Barry. Yes, I go in looking for Barry. Barry, I got a question for you. All right.
Yes.
So, how much do you sell your bowls of soup for?
Well, I mean, it depends on soup, but generally, I The medium price is usually about 5 rupees a piece.
Like your best soup then.
Oh, well, if we're going to make something high end, I got this one over here to go. I can make it. That one goes for like 15. But I mean, if you want to go really crazy, I can always take special requests as well.
Okay. If I had like to order like 15, would you give like a discount by chance?
Yeah, I can knock a little something
And
off of it.
and it's like a recurring everyday type thing.
Oh, okay. So, is there a specific soup that you're looking for? Just kind of a myriad of things, or what?
I would say like a week long at a time, and just kind of a variety, so that way it doesn't get stale.
Okay, so let's see. Let's do
Yes, they can have
some.
cocoa in them.
What was that?
Yes, they can have cocoa in them. More
Cocoa.
tatico.
Okay, so he goes, well, my kind of like run of the mill baseline vegetarian soups go for about 5 rupees a bowl. Then I have like a mid grade one with usually it has like usually some type of like cuckoo meat or something like that. That usually goes for about $10 a bowl. And then I have usually something fancy like a pureed creamy bisque of some sort, and that is usually around 15 a bowl. Um, just because that has the much nicer ingredients. So so let's figure cost, and then we'll throw discount on it. How's
Okay,
that? Okay,
I'm gonna
so
let you come up with an answer. I'll be back in a little while.
in a little
Just come
while
up with a general idea for like 15 or so people
per day.
per day, every day for a week at a time.
Okay.
Cool. And I run out and go back. The Zetos.
Okay. So feel free to continue to narrate while I work this math.
So I come back in and I run upstairs and I'm like, okay, that was fun. So did you guys choose anything else? Are you guys still there?
Hi,
I
sorry.
just come back into Cetos and you guys were gone.
No, I'm
No,
still
I
sitting
mean,
there.
I chose one.
I'm
One of you two can choose one.
well, to be honest, I would be happy to do both the Saria one and the Boulder Gut one. So those are like the top priority. Like either one of those first is
Oh,
fine with me, but the
okay.
other one is the one I'd like to do next. If that okay?
Okay. I would like to choose one too.
Okay.
And I start backing down the stairs.
Can I ask you a favor before you go again?
Yes?
Can I have some jasmine?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sash Isaac, I'm pretty sure it's growing in one of the corners.
Okay, cool. I will go do that.
So I back down the stairs and I look for Cleo. Is Cleo there?
Yes.
Cleo, I need your help.
How can I help you today?
Cleo, can you read?
Yes.
Okay. Come with me, my dear. And I start walking upstairs again.
Okay.
And I show her the fanfare of quests that are on the floor. I go, Leo, I don't like to read that much. So, I was hoping you could just pick one and me and my friends will do it.
Just anyone whatsoever?
If you think it sounds like interesting, cool. If you think it sounds like pretty, that works too. If you think it sounds something that could help the store, even better. If you think it'll help you, I'm willing to do it.
Well, we have. I have heard mutterings. From Isaac. he has been fairly and don't tell him that I said this because I don't want any workplace tension, but he had voiced frustration in that he doesn't have any fire flowers to work with.
Oh,
and and and,
reach in
and
my bag and pull some out.
oh well, and she picks up one of the papers. She goes, right here it says clear as day, need 15 fire flowers.
Okay, give me like 30 minutes and I can make more.
And you look at the as you examine the paper, you can see that Isaac's name is actually on the paper, like he was the one who put forth the quest.
It's fine.
But if you look at the date the um on the quest, the date actually predates your physical return. So this is something that's been sitting there for a little bit, but it is nonetheless an active quest. So
I will then look at Cleo and go, Cleo, okay. Pick another one while I start making the flowers for Isaac.
okay, and she starts scrolling through, like thumbing through the papers, and she goes, and then takes that and goes, no. Oh, wait, actually, hold on, let me. She saw this. So next she goes, quite honestly, this is slightly overwhelming.
Don't give me the description. Just hand it to me. We're doing it. We're good. There's a flower for you, and if you want, you can go give these to Isaac and tell him he owes us the quest money.
She goes, well, technically you have to give it to the Adventurers Guild because they have the money.
Oh, I'll tell Isaac he'll get his flowers soon.
Okay, and then she just kind of like grabs one at random, and just goes, okay, this one looks good, and she hands it to you because at this point now, like the the customers aren't getting out of control, but you can start to hear that frustration from Isaac starting to kick up. And he's like, I don't, you hear him call it. She's like, I don't know. She went upstairs or something. I don't do the rupees. I do everything else. I just don't do the rupees. And that's when she just grabs one and hands it to you and rushes downstairs. And you look at it,
Hey,
and
Julio!
and that one states that you must obtain 5 feathers from cuckoos. And before anybody asks, a giant cuckoo steed would not satisfy this quest.
Understand. Okay. While Lido is doing that, I would like to go downstairs and slip through a couple things.
Mhm.
If it's okay with Lido, I would like to take just a couple portions of jasmine, just a little bit, it's like a handful if I can. And Lido, do you have any green tea that I could take?
I can make you some.
That would be nice. I actually have a couple ideas of things that I could maybe ask you to make if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Thanks. So number one, before I get too into this, can your shop, Isaac, make alchemist fire?
I'm going to say yes. Because if we can't, I'm pretty sure Isaac could.
Cool. So I was thinking about spending these rupees on some alchemist fire. Because I read one of the stories I used to hear from the about the Lost Woods Ninja is a technique that I really want to try since we clearing out enemies in a cave.
Okay.
So Alchemist Fire would be very handy.
Okay.
And yeah, so um I'm gonna go check with Isaac real quick.
Okay.
Okay. And in the meantime, could you please get me some green tea? And then as a completely separate thing, could you make me 4 like batches of your special poison ivy, poison oak, or what have you?
A poison oak.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Thank you. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. So I'd like to go down to Isaac and ask if he has any alchemist fire that he can make.
So you come down the stairs, and again the shop is just bustling at this point. And what do you do?
I try to look for Isaac.
Okay, he's behind the counter. He's in his typical work area. I mean the behind the counter area, which is where both of them typically spend most of their day, is not a huge area. It's kind of tight quarters, but yeah, he's behind there.
Okay. So what I would like to do is I still have a pack of some just fruit cookies. I'm going to just it's a pack of yeah. I'm going to offer him one and ask if he needs a snack and just kind of check on him, ask how he's doing.
Okay, so do you say anything? Do you say anything as you kind of like present the cookies to him? To like he's pretty well like entrenched in everything that's going on right now.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I was just gonna say, sorry, Isaac, do you have a minute? There was something I wanted to ask you, and maybe we could talk about it over a snack or something if you have a minute. If not, I could come back later. But
And he goes, "For Hades' sake, what?" And he kind of turns. He goes, "Oh, Deacon, I'm sorry, Deacon. Yes,
oh, it's okay.
I have
Maybe
all the time in the
maybe
world for you. What can I help you with? I thought you
okay,
were
that's a great idea.
one of. They are in rare form today. Um, I thought you were one
Yeah.
of our valued customers, but
Deacon kind of laughs. And he's like, "That's okay. We know it hard. Lots of people used to scare me too, because we grew up in forest. Or not lots of. I offer him the cookie.
oh, thank you. I haven't had a moment to eat breakfast yet. You're a
Oh,
lifesaver.
so you'll take the. I give him a thumbs up. Oh, and I offer him some hopefully still refreshing Lostwood spring water.
Very nice. It washes down the cookie very nicely. And he goes, thank you,
Um,
thank you. Sometimes I get so caught up in what I'm doing, I just kind of lose track of things. Yeah,
that's
again,
very
I'm sorry for that little outburst. What can I help you with?
okay. So I wanted to ask you for a couple things. First, I wanted to know if you can make alchemist's fire, or if you have any laying around.
Hmm. I don't have any living around, and he kind of like goes over to like this big book, and he just starts like rapidly thumbing through pages as he just starts like reading these recipes out loud in like alphabetical order, and he finally gets to alchemist fire. He goes, alchemist fire. Okay. Um, he goes, I need some uh, fire plants. What do they call them?
Fire flowers?
Fire flowers. Thank you. He goes, okay. So I need fire flowers. I need I need a small. It calls for 1 ounce of either lava or hot or cold from Death Mountain. Uh,
Okay.
3 ounces of water from. He kind of like looks through like at the bottom of his bifocals. 3 ounces of water from the Zoran Falls and a Zoran Flint Rock.
Okay. Cool. Puck, could you put that in the player's notes?
Yeah.
I just made a record of it, just in case.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Okay. Thanks, Isaac. Do you have anything else that might be highly flammable, perhaps?
I mean, I have oil.
Ooh, hmm. Is it like quick to ignite oil, or is it like slow burning lamp oil?
It's more like lamp oil, but I mean, it can get the job done depending on what you're looking for.
I'll take it.
Oh,
Can I get 5 flasks of that? How much would that be?
5 flasks of oil. And he goes,
I could also use some pouches that could like fit them individually, if you could.
okay, so he goes, okay, he goes, I don't have any pouches, but what I do have is I have like leather straps that I can kind of wrap around the neck of the bottle. Would that be okay?
Nah, I need them to be like preferably cotton or something. Do you know where I could go get some of those? Or even like hemp or something.
He goes, yeah, there's a
So
general store in town that should be able to help you with that.
okay.
But for the 5 potions, you know what? Let's just say 20. Let's call it
Thanks.
and
I hand him the 20 rupees for the oil.
very nice. Thank you much. And there we go. All right.
Okay. I'm gonna hop up to wait, sorry, not yet, but like once you sorry, okay. I'm going to ask so I think we going to Goron Mountain soon. Is there anything that we might be able to get you while we're there? Just so that more than just the lava or
Honestly, I mean, at this point, anything that you can find, any kind of um anything that looks like it stands out, any type of flowers, any type of any unique stones that you might find.
Okay. So, I have some organs from cursed bokoblins. Do you think you could make anything out of those?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I could. I mean, I nothing particular comes to mind right off the top of my head, but it's always good to remain well stocked. So if you would like for me to hold it, I'm sure sooner or later I could definitely find a use from it.
Thanks. So I give him 2 cursed bokoblin hearts, 3 cursed bokoblin hides, and 1 cursed bokoblin liver.
Hold on, let me make this another handout. Okay, that is. I'll call that. Come on. Did something shift? All right. What am I calling that? All right. Let me just write down the inventory. Okay. What was the inventory again?
So 2 cursed bokoblin hearts, 3 hides, and a liver. And yeah. I also offer him a Korok seed. In case he might need any of that for his stock. Let me see. And I cast message on him, and I go, hey, this very very secret thing. Not want to say this in front of other people. We have recovered 3 Yiga cyanide pills, and I was wondering if you could maybe convert these into something that could be applied to weapons.
He goes,
Wait, no, I just remembered those fade. Wait, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, that's exactly what he was going to say. He goes, I might be able to do something with it, but unfortunately, the potency of it tends to diminish, and eventually, after 24 hours, is inert.
I was going to ask if you could dispose of them safely, then, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Thanks. I hand him those. Okay, and then
How many is that?
3. Okay. let's see. And then I'm going to ask him let's see. Oh, yeah, about the okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure about the jasmine and the green tea, and if I could take some of that as well. If there's like a going rate for it, I just I'll pay him. I just wanted to ask him curious if I could get some of
Was Leto making that for you, was uh,
that.
or was it coming from inventory?
Coming from inventory, I believe.
Okay. And he goes, well, I mean, how much tea are you making?
Honestly, I just wanted to scent the. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to scent the tea with the jasmine while we're traveling for a couple days. So I was gonna keep it in a little bottle together. So just
Okay.
like probably like 20 grams.
Okay, so not a huge amount, and he kind of like he slips it to you in like a nice little piece, wrapped up piece of paper with some twine on it, and he goes, you know what? He goes, don't even sweat it.
Thanks, Isaac. We appreciate it. Okay. See. Thank you. We'll be back soon. Thank you for all your help today. I'm gonna go grab the others, and we're gonna head to the general store.
You got it. Sort of flint, rock, and okay, there we go. All right, so I've started. That should now be viewable in just a second. In there, and
Awesome. Thanks.
yeah. Okay. So his
Okay.
inventory and the first recipe is up. Got it.
Thanks. Okay. And then I would like to climb back up the stairs and rejoin my party. And I'm gonna ask, hey guys, do you guys want to come to the general store with me? I had to run there either way, but I wanted to ask if you guys wanted to come just in case there are other stuff that you guys.
Really?
No, Gully is not going to go. He's practicing his song of double time. He's trying to become more proficient with the song and his flute.
Give me 3 performance checks on that.
Performance.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And as he's doing this, he's you notice that there seems to be like wind and hints of thunder that you just kind of barely hear crackling. He's basically invoked his storm room. So basically, he's giving himself advantage.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right. So performance. All right, performance. Where are you, performance? Ugh, you are horrible, performance. Okay, I'll take that. And 2 more. One more.
All right. So let me just make a quick note.
And then as you guys, you Deacon, you come up and say you're gonna make a trip to the general store. He says, "Whew, I'm a little tired. I need about an hour's rest."
Sounds good, and
He wants to try to make sure he gets that back, just in case they need it later.
not a bad idea. So your proficiency with not having to use sheet music has increased, but you have not reached that threshold yet.
Okay.
I will I will let you know and this goes for everybody, when you've reached like full proficiency um with songs. I'll let you know, and then you don't need to physically have the sheet music to be able to roll with proficiency.
Nice.
How
Um,
often can we do the performance check? So once a day?
um, Honestly, whenever it fits.
Okay.
Right now, because
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
kind
do
of
that.
projecting how long this is going to take for Deacon and Leto, so that I decided you make like 3 straight checks. But at any
Okay.
given point, if we're at a point where we want to take a short rest, if your action for your short rest, you can try to increase um, your latent proficiency with a
Got it.
song. That would not be considered a strenuous activity.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
So, are you gonna rest here and I'll go with Tikun?
Yeah. I'm need to rest my vocal cords a little bit.
Okay.
you know how that feels.
Straining on that flute.
Okay, we'll be back.
See you
Okay.
soon.
And we start walking downstairs, and then I realize something important, and look and find Cleo, and go, Cleo, you should look over in that corner until I tell you otherwise, and take whatever people are here and try and move them away from Isaac for a little bit. Till I tell you, okay? Don't ask questions, please.
She goes, "Okay, boss."
Okay. So I wander over to Isaac and go, hey, Isaac, can I give you a hand? Wink.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And then go, behind you on the floor, I wrapped up something a little special that I was hoping that you could work on.
And he goes, "Yeah, whatever you want, boss." Uh, and he kind of like looks down and
Can I since I'm following Leto, can I just like sneak the hand like into his lap so that he doesn't have to like reach down and bend, and I could just like you know just like casually sneak it there so he can just easily hold it. You know, I assume he's sitting.
yeah.
Just save him the effort of reverting his eyes or anything. So.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm not even going to bother making a roll.
Thanks.
So,
Mhm.
I was hoping you could get, a leg up and try and figure out how to maybe do something with these. Maybe like reverse engineer them or something like that. Use what happened to them as a way of going how not to have it happen or to make it better. I trust you, so I think, you could definitely do this. And unfortunately, they're fresh, which is kind of gross, but I hope you could do something with them.
So wait, I'm sorry. What are you giving him?
I'm giving them the arms that I took off of the Rudo that were corrupted. When they cast their spell, they corrupted their arms. I had chopped off like 3 of them.
Uh, okay, so you're giving him 3 dismembered,
Corrupted
cursed,
arms.
corrupted Gerudo arms. I'm going to add that
Yes!
to his inventory. Uh, 3.
Now, Isaac, don't say I didn't bring you anything, and then I'll take Deacon and we'll leave. And be like, you're good, Cleo!
All right, and
Thank you.
because I'll see what I can do with them.
Trust you! I ding the bell as I walk out.
All right. So so where to next?
I'd like to head to the general store,
Okay.
and I'd like to ask Leto if he has that poison oak that he makes. I don't
Yes,
need
I
it
do.
quite yet, but I have an idea. I'm gonna buy some pouches, and I need you to fill up the pouches with it. About
Okay.
4 pouches, if you could.
Might take me a little bit, but yeah, I can do that.
That's okay. We got plenty of time. All right. So I would like to head to the general store, and I told Lito I will explain when we are outside of town, as this might not be perfectly.
I got you.
Thanks. Okay. So, yeah, we'll head to the general store.
Okay. All right. So you kind of like you make your way into the general store, and the general store is kind of it's well stocked with a great variety of things. Um, as you open the door, it hits like a bell, but the sound is a different kind of bell sound from the one in Cetos. And
Mhm.
the moment you walk in, it's pretty quiet. I mean, there's a couple people kind of perusing goods, but nobody really trying to make any active sales, just kind of wandering about. Um, and the general store kind of has a bit of like a musky smell to it. So
Okay.
you walk in, and the shop owner sees you, and he just kind of like makes a nod to acknowledge you, but um, you kind of get the impression that even this early on in the day, he's already kind of like exhausted his social battery with everyone that just kind of come in, looks around, and more often than not doesn't get anything.
Gotcha. Okay. So, I would like to kind of walk up to him,
Mhm.
and or actually, like, I'll kind of browse the store, and I want to just like I'm gonna check if he has a couple of things, just like as I look around to check it.
Mhm.
So number one, I want to see if he has ball bearings,
He does.
caltrops.
Caltrops. You know what, let me take a roll on that. For that, we'll take a D4. Anything better than a 1 is a yes.
Okay, do you want me to roll or?
No, I rolled a 1. He has no caltrops.
Okay, that's okay. Hemp bags, like little pouches that specifically the size that could fit a vial into it.
Small hemp bags. Let's roll that on a D10 to see how many he has. He has 5.
Okay. All right. Uh, small. Just like, are there any containers for the ball bearings that would come with them, or?
Actually, yeah, the ball bearings themselves come in their own little bag. So,
Okay, perfect.
so yeah, if you wanted to like dump the ball bearings out into a different container, you could also utilize that bag that the ball bearings come in.
Okay, just making sure. Okay. I would like to check if they have just like little strips of cloth, like basically just like common clothes, preferably, or like even fine clothes if they're easier to find. They're made out of cotton, but preferably like just common clothes would be pretty good.
Yeah, he has a ton of common clothes.
Okay, so I'll take like 2 cotton shirts.
All right. Let's see.
Uh,
Clothes.
all right. Let's see. I'm going to take. Ooh, I see there's some sealing wax on the adventure. I feel like I could do something with that. Can I get some sealing wax?
Ceiling wax. All right, you got it. And okay, so for the 2 shirts and the sealing wax, we're up to 15.
Okay, okay. And I'd like just all right. How much for the 5 hemp bags?
Let's see. The we're talking like the small hemp bags.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Full bear. Okay. So I think it's call it like another 5 total.
Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna buy 3. No, I'm gonna make it 4 packages of the 1,000 ball bearings.
All right. And that is 10 apiece. And I'm sorry, you said how many?
4 bags.
4. Gotcha.
Okay. And then I am going to buy. Let's see. I would like. Actually, I'd like that set of manacles if they have that.
Let's
I know that's
say
a tough sell. That's a big chance. So I don't know if they have that, but
let's say D4. Anything 3 or better. No
okay,
manacles.
cool. That's okay. I would like. I have the forgery kit, so. Okay, one sec. Just gonna get one more thing. Find it. Let me make sure I don't have it in one of my packs. Mm, sorry, just checking one last thing. Can I get 10 feet of? Nah, actually, yeah, just give me like 10 feet. Does he have like chain, like metal chain, just like plain chain? You know,
A chain.
like a 10-foot chain, for example, as listed in the
Yeah.
adventures equipment there.
Yeah, I would say that's fairly easy enough to come across.
Okay, cool. So can I get that just like the 10-foot instance?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. And then a bedroll. Sorry, I'm trying to make this quick. I'll try to hurry up.
Yes, on the bedroll. You're just talking out loud.
Oh, sorry. I accidentally muted. I think I muted at the wrong time.
Okay.
Sorry if I just yelled into the microphone. Anyway, and then
Wait, that was a yes on the bedroll.
yeah, yes on the
Okay.
bedroll. Wait, how much did you say it was? Like just a GP or something?
Bedroll is 10 rupees.
Okay, perfect. And then let me just shake. Okay, so I have candles and stuff. Pins, hammer. Okay. And then just as my final purchase, I want just like a healer's kit.
Okay. And that's fair enough to come across, and that's 50 rupees. Okay, so all of that comes to a total of 170 rupees.
Okay. Yeah. I give him the 170 rupees, and I thank him for doing business.
And he goes, "Thank you for reigniting my faith in people today."
Cheers, man. I hope you have
Whoa.
good sales.
While Deacon was doing that,
Uh-huh.
I cast Detect Magic just to see if there's anything special hiding in the store.
All right, roll me a straight D20.
That's a 4.
No, he has not. He has no magic items stocked in the store.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. Sorry, did you say 170 or 175?
170.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Oh, just this one last thing. I'd
Uh-huh.
like to cut up one of the cotton shirts into about strips of just like cloth.
Yeah, that would.
And I'd like to ask him if he has any high proof, like if he has any like alcohol to clean with. It's just one last thing. Sorry.
Alcohol. He goes for cleaning. He goes, well, I mean, he goes, I don't mean to talk poorly about myself, but I don't know if you've been looking around this place too much, but cleaning ain't exactly high on my list of priorities.
That's okay. Do you have any high proof for drinking?
He goes, now you're talking. And he kind of like reaches under the counter and he brings up this bottle of clear liquid. It's a glass bottle, and embossed on the glass bottle is a like a skull and crossbones.
Mm.
It's about it's maybe like let's say a 750 milliliter bottle, and it's about 3/4 full.
Nice. I asked him, how much would you like for that?
The whole bottle?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of need it. I could part with what would you say? I get, and he kind of like reaches under and grabs like let's say like a 500 milliliter bottle, and he goes, how about I fill this bad boy up for you?
Okay. How much would you want for that before you spend the
You know what? You've made my day. Call it on the house.
That's really kind of you. Thank you, mister.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Speaking of drinks, I'll be right back. I finished my drink.
Nice.
Um,
Okay. I'll just add all that stuff to my character quick.
yeah. So just like add that stuff to your inventory. It as you like smell the drink, it definitely is a high enough proof that it could ignite. Maybe I mean, not strong enough to combust, but unless you kind of like make a Molotov cocktail out of it. But
Mhm.
it is definitely a high enough proof that it will burn.
Perfect. Thanks. Appreciate it.
So, Deacon,
Mm-hmm.
one last stop before we go back. I
Okay.
need to, deliver some flowers to the Adventurers Guild so that way they can give them to Isaac. So that way, in theory, they're going to pay me for helping him increase my shop. Yes.
That's funny. Sound good. That sound like perfect business transaction. Very happy
Okay.
to hear that.
That is exactly what is happening. So okay, so you head to
So,
the Adventurers Guild, right?
yep,
With fire flowers in hand,
yep.
as well as the quest sheet. You go in and you present both things, and they're like,
Ta-da!
oh, well, wonderful. I didn't think I'd see you back so soon, but I'm glad to see that you're putting that you're getting good use out of these jobs as well. I guess I won't keep you any longer than I need to, and they hand you 250 rupees,
Go!
and they take the flowers and they say, I will be sure to deliver this with haste to Cedos because Isaac has been waiting quite a long time for these.
Like, only he would have told his boss. His boss probably could have helped him out.
Oh,
Maybe that guy's really handsome and nice and strong
And humble too.
and humble. Very, very humble.
well, I mean those things might be true, but you know, you know, I try not to involve myself in those certain aspects. I'm kind of a middle of the road kind of person. You know,
Well,
just do what I got to do, and I'm keep my nose out of other people's business.
then I look forward to helping your nose and keeping your business.
Yes, definitely,
Adieu.
definitely. I do.
Adieu. I turn around and pick up Deku and put him on my shoulder and we start walking away.
Yay! Bye.
Hi.
We go back to Cedar's.
All right. So you all once again convene at Cito's, and yeah. So
Look at Deku one more time before we enter the building and go, should I be nice or should I be, like, not nice?
To who?
Just yes or no.
I usually like being nice.
Damn it.
I
Fine.
like less fun that way.
I push open the door, and I walk up to Isaac, and I put the 250 rupees on the counter, and go, next time, ask your boss if you need flowers.
Maybe I
and
can
and
do
it
anything.
it takes him a minute to kind of like connect the dots. And he goes, "Oh yeah, I mean, of course, boss. I mean, geez, I mean, I put that job in so long ago.
Oh,
Um,
congratulations, it's completed. I did it. You got paid for it. Make it happen. Do something cool with them. Look forward to the success.
well, it just so happens that that your friend Deacon here asked me today about Alchemist Fire, right?
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Yeah, me had an idea. Was gonna tell you about that once we were on the road. Was thinking Alchemist Fire would be a fun thing to potentially have on hand, just in case, you know. Especially since we're
So,
going to a cave.
so what you're saying is Isaac is going to come with us and cast fire.
um, the thing we heard of in Lost Woods Ninja, where you have bottle of very flammable thing, make fire when you throw it.
So there's an alchemist inside that is set on fire?
Hmm, maybe. I don't really know. Maybe he's the Minish alchemist. Cast fire inside bottle.
Isn't that like, whatever. Hi, and we go back upstairs. Gully.
Bye.
So yeah, at this point, Gully has finished his practicing, and he has finished his resting from the practicing. Um, and well, actually, so like at that prior to going upstairs, the further interaction with Leto and Isaac is that he also conveys, like he had already spoken to Deacon about what the remaining three ingredients for Alchemist Fire are. So he also takes a moment to explain to Deacon that you know, in order to make the Alchemist Fire, he also needs a Zorn Flint Rock, water from the Zorn Falls, as well as either lava or a an obsidian stone from the cooled lava to make the Alchemist Fire.
Sounds perfect. We will be going to at least one of those places, methinks.
Do I know anything about Zoran Flint Rock, if it's to be handled a special way or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, you've had dealing with Zorn Flint Rock early on in the campaign, and the thing about Zorn Flint Rocks are, um, they ignite in wet environments. So, the reason that they're called Zorn Flint Rocks is creating a fire specifically in Zor's domain, by traditional means tends to be difficult simply because of how wet the area is. Um, you know, it's hard to find like dried wood and keep a fire going. So they found this type of rock that can ignite in wet conditions.
Okay. So it can be wet and it won't automatically catch on fire.
Correct.
It has to be still like struck. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
So yeah, you strike it to ignite it, and then it simply burns, and water would not put it out.
Okay.
Spicy.
So I come into the room, I walk around Gully because he's chilling, and sit on the floor real quick and close my eyes and start thinking about where there's a tree close to Goron Mountain. See if I remember where one is.
A tree.
Tree.
Hmm.
Or
Yeah.
enough foliage that I could possibly stand in front of and it would still be a little higher than me.
You know what? Let me check the map and see if there is something, depending on how close it is, that would be how we figure it out.
Specifically something maybe large or a large inanimate plant.
Okay, so Death Mountain, the closest tree, which I'm not entirely sure that this is going to be viable, is you had planted a tree outside of Hyrule Castle. You had planted 3 trees outside of Hyrule Castle Town for your orchards. You didn't do anything to like forcefully mature these trees, did you?
Oh, we actually haven't planted them yet.
Okay, right now they're just placeholders.
There was... Actually, I do remember this now.
Uh-huh.
During the prologue, I specifically made where the hot spring is. I tried to grow plant growth there, so that way I could create a wall of foliage. If that's matured enough, I would try and use that.
Okay, so it doesn't need to be like a tree. It can be any sort of dense foliage.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, is there any type of save that you need to make for this, or it's just something you're familiar with?
I have to be familiar with it. I have to have seen it and know where it is, and that I would know.
Okay. So, I believe I know what you're doing.
Not yet.
Okay.
We're gonna get fully ready, and then we'll go outside and we'll do it.
Gotcha.
So, Gully, and I stand up, crack my knuckles, and go, "Are you ready to party?"
Yep, let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go downstairs. Isaac, you're in charge of the shop. Cleo, you're still his boss. Have a great day.
Bye guys. Sorry.
And you just see like 2 hands over like the crowd of people just like wave as you depart.
Walk around to the side of the building where it should have a waterfall of hopefully hanging vines and whatnot that have now meshed into the side where I was trying to grow it.
Okay.
And that's what I'm planning to use.
All right.
I go, okay, guys, this is something special that I've never tried before, so it's got a probability of possibly working.
Nice.
Let's do
Look forward to
this.
seeing it.
When I open this, just run, okay?
Mhm.
I should warn you, on the other side there might be water, so... You know what? Give me like a couple of minutes. I want to do something real quick. I'm like, okay. So I sit down real quick and start ritual casting Water Walk. Just so that way, because Gully's in really big armor and I don't want him to drown.
Yes, let's not drown Gully.
So I do that, and once I'm done, then I go, okay, now we can go. And I proceed to cast Transport via plants.
Okay, so you guys come to like the wall of vines, and as Lido casts the spell, it starts off as like this, it's almost like cat's eye slit of light starts to come through the foliage, and the vines start to part as this portal appears right in between the foliage and the wall of Cedos. And once it is fully opened, Lita.
And we start running through.
Wee.
All right, so you'll run through. Everyone, give me a quick acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Please be
Oh yeah,
good,
whopping
please be
9.
good. That's a 10.
You're gonna so eat crap.
Finding mine. Okay, there it is. Acrobatics.
Wow. 9, 10, 11.
Well, fortunately,
Doing great, guys.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, 9 to 11 is still very like run of the mill, your average. So yeah, I would say that like you kind of like come through and maybe stumble just ever so slightly, but nothing unfortunate happens as you all find yourself. You know what? Here's how, here's how I will word it. Um, Gully and Deacon, you kind of come through with very little um, difficulty. But as Leto is the last one to come through, as he comes through, he kind of trips a bit and kind of falls to his knees, but catches himself on all fours. And as he looks up from being on all fours, he finds himself face to face with the statue of his moorbounder self, the one that he left,
That's fucking awesome.
the one that he planted in Death Mountain during the prologue.
That's awesome.
Nice.
What a mighty and powerful god.
Beautiful too.
So as you all kind of recollect yourselves, being the first time that you have taken this mode of transportation, and the surroundings start to come to you, you start to see that there are around this moorbounder statue, that there are people have left kind of like a number of small offerings. A lot of it has anything that was like any type of flower or anything like that has since like dried out and withered. But you do see a various different types of offerings that have been left by at least one person at this site of the moorbounder statue.
Neat. Hey, look,
It's
Lito,
pretty
they
cool.
like you.
They're like a god. Wink, wink.
So, being familiar with this area of Death Mountain, you remember that you are a 3-hour trek north of Goron Village and a 2-hour trek south of Dodongo Cavern. And Deacon would recall that you are about a 5-hour trek south of the top of Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So those are your points of interest for your current location.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what
I have
time of
an
day is
idea.
it roughly?
It's still pretty early. I would put it around noon.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
Heroes
Okay.
Feast is still in effect. Got it.
Yep.
So, here's my idea.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, want to have some fanfare?
Fanfare?
Elaborate.
The return of the heroes.
Deacon looks kind of nervous.
No. Can you make me louder? Anyway.
Like make your footsteps
My
like
voice louder.
booming or something, or you just want your voice louder?
Sorry, nothing I know of can do that. I
Okay.
could maybe make you more persuasive or something. That might count as louder. Or more intimidating. Yeah, I could do that. That would be louder, kind of.
I have a brilliant idea. Okay. I need you guys to go to the other side of the pond, a little lake thing, and check to see if there's anybody around.
Okay. It's a small pond. You can look across it. It's less of a pond and more of like a hot spring that gets used for bathing. Like I would say like it could probably fit comfortably a dozen Hylians.
So I need you guys to go out a little bit and just make sure the coast is clear, because I need to do something real quick.
Okay, I'll go keep watch.
Okay. So once they step out and make sure there's nobody there,
There is nobody.
I turn into a moorbounder and roar as loud as I possibly can. Crash around in the water, scratch up the walls again, and try and like rip some of the fur off of myself, so that way it's in the water. It looks like the god has returned, and so has the chosen ones type thing. It's my
Nice.
And then after a little bit of while of just making the roar every once in a while, just making it as loud as I possibly can, and scratching new scratch marks and everything else, I'll turn back into Leto. I'll walk out and be like, "Guys, did you see that? The god totally returned. We have to tell
Wow.
everybody."
We do. I don't know if that required a check, but if there is, you have inspiration on it. So there you go.
I couldn't imagine the check that is needed for that.
Fair. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, like there's no actual deception or persuasion going on in that situation. Like I mean, Deacon, you were physically there when all that went down. I mean, Gully might find it mildly confusing, but I mean, you know, I also think that in some respect he unless it's something crazy out there, he just kind of has learned through adventuring with Leto to just kind of roll with it.
Kind of go with
Fair.
It's like, sure, there's a goddess back, whatever. Yeah, great.
Well, Deacon is cheering nonetheless. I was just trying to be enthusiastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where's you first?
Well, Deacon still looks kind of nervous, but he says,
I know
I
you
guess-
probably want to visit your friend.
I think, maybe we do that after we go down to the cave, so that
Okay.
we have, yeah, thanks.
Okay.
So yeah, to be honest, we would kind of probably like to head straight to the cave with you.
Okay.
And I can explain what I was doing as we walk up there or down there, right down.
Are we talking about the cave for the Adventurers Guild quest?
Mhm.
Okay, so we're dealing. Honestly, in hindsight, it might have just been easier for you to walk it.
Well,
Because it's going to take you 3 hours to get down to where Goron Village is, and then an additional 5 hours to make it down to the cave. So
I
we're
guess we might as well go to Goron Village then. Unless you guys want to check out the Dodongo Cave again, but I'd be fine with just going to the village. Maybe we could buy more stuff there or something. What do you guys think? Or do you want to just make it straight to the caves?
Lily?
Dave.
What's that?
cave.
Dave.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's make the trek.
All right. So I'm just talking. I'm thinking out loud now as I get my
Okay.
my encounter rolls ready. So,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna explain to the party my idea, right?
Mhm.
So we're clearing out a cave, right? So so we had this idea, right? But it only works if you're clearing out a cave of bandits, right? So I take out one of the hemp pouches, and then I ask Leto to fill it about halfway with that poison oak.
Do-do-do-do-do.
And
Okay.
then I put in the flask of oil and I wrap it all really tightly together. And then I soak a strip of cloth from the cotton shirt in alcohol, dip it into the bottle, kind of like seal the bottle for now, and then I tie up the bag with like just the fuse of this bag like poking out of the bag right now. And I explain, if you didn't already catch this, if we chuck a bunch of these flaming bags in there, then it's gonna breathe in a bunch of poisonous smoke, at which point we can flush them out of the cave and just kinda clean up house.
I like it.
Thanks. It depends on how big the cave is, which is why I brought 4 of them. We could even like, if you want to do a stealth mission, we could sneak in there and just kind of like set them off. Gully, you and I are immune to poison, which I would imagine to some degree involves this poison oak smoke. So and just from our heroes feast, so we would probably have a good shot of just like being like you could definitely like keep watch close to the building, and I could like sneak in and plant them. Or Leto could probably come help me plant, but I should be the one like lighting the fuse most likely, so that Leto can help me plant, and I'll go like light them or something. What do you guys think?
Works for
Like,
me.
any thoughts? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, then once the smoke gets going, if it successfully clears them out, then we can go fight them on the open hills, kind of have a choke point, and if it doesn't successfully clear them out, they're gonna have a bad time. And then
Okay.
we come in like an hour or two, or and then we fight them then when they're like most likely weakened.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah,
But
Mhm.
while we do that,
Mhm.
I think we should start looking around because we are on, Orion Mountain. Maybe we can find the obsidian that we're looking for.
That would
It
be
might
nice
just,
too.
we
Very
see
true.
any obsidian.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, or those fire flowers, I believe, grow here too.
Where I got him.
Ah,
okay. So, uh, obsidian would actually not be entirely that difficult to find. Once you start on your trek down, there should be a fair amount of obsidian that you can collect that kind of solidifies and hardens along the molten river that kind of leads to the bottom of Death Mountain. So what I the way that I will word this is so we're going to do a series of 8 rolled encounters, and for every encounter where there is no encounter, you can grab some obsidian.
Oh, I have an idea. There's a spell that I've always wanted to use that we can use when we get close to the bottom of Death Mountain. It'll since we're going to be kind of late on the schedule, it'll actually help us out a lot.
Okay.
Well, there is one roll that you can do that will actually make this go a lot quicker. If you recall what that roll is.
Oh yeah, true. That would be hilarious. God, those were the fucking best times, man. That was always the funniest.
Dude, one time you hit 3 in a row trying to go up the mountain.
Fucking classic.
So
Oh my
yeah, there is a 5% chance that well, the function in this particular situation would be is that you will be caught in a rock slide, which will very quickly aid you in your travel down to the bottom of the mountain. Going up the mountain, it sucks to hit a rock slide. Going down the mountain, a whole different story.
God, didn't that happen like right after we killed the King Dodongo that I made that mascot of? Not the Dodongo, the Lionel. We just literally like rode its corpse like a surfboard down the mountain or something like that.
Yes, that did. So okay, we will do this in sets. So I will have for the first set of encounters, I will have everybody roll a d20.
But yeah, one of the things I wanted to request is
Uh-huh.
if we could actually like do just 6 for now, like one set of each of us, and then I'll cast my spell when we're about that far away, and we'll just kind of like kill a little bit of time and just have like a fresh 100% clean long rest when we go in there. If that's okay with you guys? Any thoughts, or do you not want to do that? Do you want to wait until we're still immune to poison, or? Like, how do you guys want to like go about it? I'm sorry, I just wanted to clarify. So the spell that I have is kind of like it's a little hideaway thing, so that we can like kind of like or not get exhaustion points. Is why I even bring up the long rest. I don't know if we're gonna need to avoid exhaustion points. Like I don't know how many hours would we have left by the time we got down there to like do all this stuff.
Okay, so you know what? Let's put a definitive timeline to this. So
Yeah.
let's say you have gotten here just at noon as a roundabout time. Because of the events of last night, I would say you didn't get to actually we wouldn't be approaching exhaustion checks until I want to say 11 o'clock. So you have
Okay, so we have like
11
3 hours
hours.
to clean up. Gotcha. Okay, now never mind about the hideaway thing. I'm sorry. I was worried we would only have like 2 or.
Okay. And also as another aside, since the feast happened after you technically started the long rest, the benefits of the feast will last for the entire remainder of the day.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's excellent. Thank you. I just had to like check into these things. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sounds good. Okay, so we have our first roll from Lido, and now we need a d20 from Deacon and Gully.
9.
9 and 15. Okay. So
no 10?
no 10.
8, 9, 10?
Fortunately, 9 and 10 are the exact same thing. So Lido, give me a d4 minus 1.
Okay. Two, 1, actually.
Okay. You find 1 obsidian.
Sweet.
Because an 8 is no encounter. The 9, however, I need a dex save from Gully as a flaming boulder comes off the top of the mountain and starts aiming right towards him.
Oh,
No, I
the
rolled
9
15.
was. Yeah, the 9 was me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Deacon, I apologize. I need a dex save.
Okay.
Your mine is much worse.
28.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, you make the dex save.
Boulder? What boulder?
Yeah. 2 points of damage on the dex save. And a
Done and
15. Gully, I need a d4.
All right.
You find 2 red healing potions.
Okay.
And that is your first 3 hours out of 8 hours of travel. Now I need a second set of d20s from everybody.
10.
18 and 11. All right. Deacon, I need another dex save.
Aw, beans.
All right. 1 point of damage. Let's see, a 18 and an 11. Gully, give me a d6.
Just from the like little fireballs, you just like smell just like cinnamon buns in the air as his leaves burn.
Yeah. Deacon, you find. I'm sorry. Gully, you find 4 fire flowers, and Lido. Okay, so as you guys are traveling down adjacent to the lava flow, you notice that there is a small collection of stones that don't seem to fit. They seem a bit out of place. And Lita, with your passive of 19, you also notice that periodically this collection of 4 stones periodically like moves, like just kind of like shakes and shuffles a bit. What would you like to do?
Those stones are moving.
Probably the sneaky rock the rock.
Did you just call them rock to rocks?
Yes. Because they are hiding under rocks.
So is this like we're supposed to kill them, or
I mean,
Probably just leave them alone.
if you want.
no? I'm actually asking Deku.
Oh,
I don't know what.
Oh, we could leave them alone, really. You're not really doing anything.
Okay.
No. It's up to you.
Okay.
okay. Since you are not engaging, Lita, would you like to give a nature check on it?
Sure. You know, the druid who should be good with nature.
Yeah, there we go.
14? Yeah.
Is okay. 14.
Yeah, you would recognize that these are a specific breed of Octoroks known as stone Octoroks. They tend to be, generally speaking, they're often not aggressive unless they are aggressed upon. Generally. So we are 6 out of 8 hours of travel. We have 2 hours of travel left. It sounds to me like Deacon has a plan going forward, so I'm going to have Leto and Gully make the last 2 rolls.
Oh, and just while we're doing like the nothing rolls along the way, I'd like to just have made those little bags, like 4 of them. Is that like possible?
Absolutely.
Now
Gully,
I get a crap roll.
Gully, give me a D4.
Oh fuck.
Yep. All right. Gully, you have found 3 3 obsidian rocks, and hold on a second. And Leto, I'm going to need a 1, 2, 3, 4, a D4.
Okay. That's a 2.
2. Okay. So as you start to travel down the you start to get to the very bottom of the area, and everyone's anticipation for getting to the end of the journey starts to get away from them a little bit, and in doing so, they don't realize that encroaching on them or encroaching on you is an orange Lionel. So let's get a fresh initiatives.
Oh gosh.
Let's see, do I have everyone? Okay, we're on the right page. Actually, I'm going to have you guys start from the top because you're going south.
Oh, that initiative. Oh wait, I've got coins.
You want to
How
reroll?
many coins? How many coins is it to reroll?
A reroll is...
I think it's 120. Is that what I saw?
Let me check the Discord server. Where's my Discord? Bam. Loot shop.
125.
Thank you. Yes, 125.
All right, I'll burn 125.
Okay. All right. So Gully, much better initiative second time around. Deacon, where's Deacon? Deacon's 22, got it. Is Chimkin with you?
Oh yeah, sorry. I would like to have her with.
Okay.
Okay. Here. Let me roll for her. She gets a +2. 21 on the bird.
21 for Chimkin. And then let's.
I imagine Deacon would probably still be riding her at this point.
Yeah, I imagine that too. It is typical for his behavior. And the Golden Lionel rolls a dirty 20. All right, so.
Golden Lionel?
I'm sorry.
It's all panic.
Orange Lionel. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have Deacon starting off with the 22, then Chimkin, then the Lionel.
Okay. So it's my turn?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna start off the bat. I'm gonna cast Hold Monster, which is a 5th level spell.
All right.
He has to make me a Wisdom saving throw, and he has to beat a 18.
18. 20.
Okay. He beats it. I am going to give Gully an inspiration.
All right. Sounds good. And that concludes.
I'm gonna look at Gully and ask him if he wants me to bring him closer again, or if he would like to keep a distance. Sorry, I just wanted to ask that before you got big.
Yeah, I want to get up on him.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Pick a location and like you can direct Chimkin if you want to like just ping a location and she'll drop you off there. She has 80 feet of movement if that helps. She will do that because that ends Deacon's turn with just that talking, and then it will move to Chimkin's turn. So.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll ping right here if we can get there.
Right here, or right here.
Yeah. Oh, whichever.
Okay.
However far she can get me.
Let's see. The Lionel is perfectly 80 feet away, so she could probably get you like right here.
Okay. Yeah. Right up in its face.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna just move this here. That would be. Yeah, because we have to move like 10 feet to get Gully, so that'll get us like right here.
Okay.
Yeah. She's actually going to take her.
Crap.
Oh, sorry. She's gonna take her action to dash and like move over to this side to give Gully advantage and to prevent us all from necessarily taking her flame shot. This way, we are definitely other targets, so we can split her attention, hopefully grab the focus of it, and that will end her turn. She's just gonna like be flappy and just like bluff her wing behind him.
Sounds good. All right. So first things first, it is going to make its first multi-attack on Chimkin.
Ooh, thank God for not advantage.
Yeah.
That misses.
All right, it's going to take another swipe with its longsword at Chimkin.
Oh no.
No, and
Ooh.
I will runic shield that crit.
Oh, thank you.
okay. So what is that going to do? Like, just take the crit away?
Yeah, force to reroll.
Oh, reroll. Okay, gotcha. All right. So rerolling.
That misses.
13. All right.
Chimkin waves at you in gratitude. It's the best she can do without having thumb.
Very nice. A very good lifesaver against Chimkin. A very nice lifesaver for Chimkin. And let me just give a quick check. And all right. Yep. That will conclude the Lionel's turn as we go to Gully.
All right. So, Gully is, you know what? Yeah, he's just gonna get big with the Lionel. So he's gonna go to, he's gonna use Giant's Might to grow in size. Then he will move over to the Lionel, and since he's got that advantage, he will swing on the Lionel. Take that. Where's my? There we go. I want with that. All right. I'm assuming that 25 hits.
That is going to hit.
All right. And since that attack hit, he is also going to invoke his fire rune.
Nice.
And this is going to throw on some fire shackles, which is going to make the target take an additional 2d6 fire damage. And it must succeed on a strength saving throw of 17 or be restrained for a minute.
Okay. Does it dictate when that save has to be made?
Well, he gets to immediately make the save, to be restrained or not. He's going to take the damage regardless.
Okay. So it's not like it's not one of those things that's like at the end of its turn. Okay. So strength save right off the bat.
Yep, strength save right off the bat, and
It's gonna be a 16.
I have something to oh, I didn't invoke that rune because it's a bonus action. I can't do that yet because I already used bonus action. Okay, so it's saved. So it's not restrained,
Okay.
but it does take 2d6 fire damage.
All right.
I got a 16. I thought the DC was 17. Does it have advantage as well?
Wait, yeah, did it have advantage?
No, just the straight 16.
Oh, so no, it failed.
Oh, okay. All right, so it is restrained, and it takes.
I was like, oh crap. So yeah, it's taking 2d6 damage and restrained for a minute. Now, while it's restrained, it's going to take 2d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Mm-hmm.
It can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn its turn.
Gotcha. All right, so while it is restrained, because I usually like to just vocalize these things. So the condition of restraint. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0 and it cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So that is how it is affected until it breaks the save.
Correct.
All right. Anything else for?
It's to repeat at the end of each turn. So
right.
I will do my second attack. So there we go. Yeah, I think that hits.
28 gonna hit. Absolutely.
All right, and that ends my turn.
Nice. So that's 29. All right, and it has taken a turn for the worse. It is not looking that great, and we're not even past the first round, which is great. Lido, you are up.
Hey guys, should I help? You kind of seem like I'm just gonna shoot it if that's cool.
I guess we could have tried to talk to him first, but oh well.
I just take out my short bow and just shoot an arrow at him. I don't hit. That was my shot. I'll just stay back here.
Actually, he's restrained.
Oh.
Yes.
Still probably won't hit, but let's try. Oh, an 18.
That's gonna hit.
Plus that. 6 points of damage.
All right.
Oh, yeah, there you go, Lido. Attaboy.
That's right.
I'll be back here. Guys, have fun.
Yep. Got it covered over here.
All right. So next up we go to Deacon. As I adjust these hit points. Bam, got it.
So, I will take out my crossbow. And yeah, I am going to just shoot him point blank. Again, because of my feat for crossbow master, I do not take any disadvantage for attacking while being in melee range of my targets.
Good.
So yeah, I will be making some advantage sharpshooter attacks with my magical crossbow.
You got it.
Pierce his hide.
Hell yeah!
Rip him a new one.
Point
Definitely.
blank. And then I am going to add the D12 to my damage and also my armor class. Just in case. Trademark. Actually, I'm gonna make it a D6 for now. I'm gonna use my Master's Flourish and make it a free D6.
Okay.
So all right. So he gets 22 damage from that first attack, and my armor class increases by 2.
Got it.
And
Nice.
then I am going to make my second attack. Same deal. It's a basic sharpshooter attack. Advantage. That one's gonna be another 21 to hit.
All right. How would you like to do this?
All right, so as
Took it out,
Gully
no
just stands
problem.
in front of him and says, "Pierce his hide." I'm going to just like stand pinpoint through like the other side of Gully, just like standing on Chimkin's head, and then I'm gonna just like fire a crossbow shot, just like straight into the back of its head. You just see it like kind of like poke out the front, and just like it falls over. Slugs just come down.
Awesome. All right. So you take out this Lionel that was potentially stalking you for an unknown amount of time and just made easy work of it. So
I would like to cut out its hands. I mean, cut off its horns. Oh, sorry, that was weird. I would like to cut off its horns. I don't know where that came from. Because I remember they were used to make Goron steel.
gotcha. All right. So having the killing blow, you get the first action on it. So you take the horns. Just give me a sleight of hand. Make sure it's not a botched check.
Sounds good.
Not a problem. You are able to gain 2 Lionel horns, and then does Chimkin want to get anything out of this?
She's going to search for like well, actually, if it's okay with you, Chimkin is going to use her. Nah, that wouldn't make sense. She's gonna search if he has any food on him. To be honest, as she used to.
Okay.
I feel like anything more than that's not quite fair. So, but I like having her just always searching for food all the time.
Gotcha. Give me a D4 for rations.
Thank you. 1.
1 ration. She finds like a little bag of feed.
Excellent.
All right, and then we go to Gully. Gully, what are you looking for on this guy?
Wow. Man. I'll just leave it a chance.
Leave it a chance. All right, give me a straight investigation.
Oh, let me turn off that advantage real quick. Investigation. Ooh. Oh, I saw a 1 and I was like, what? I rolled a 1?
16 is not bad. Let's see. You were able to find I have a little fun with this. I like to have fun with this.
You find a mask.
You find
I forgot. That's what I should have looked for. Whatever.
30 rupees and a Giga short sword.
Okay.
All right, and then we go to Lido. Lido, what are you looking for?
What kind of weapon was it wielding? Just wondering.
Let me see if it's wielding a special weapon.
It was wielding this Yiga short sword that I have.
Like a
In battle, it was
two-handed.
wielding a just a regular longsword.
Thinking it would be bigger.
I need a bag of holding. I've got a lot of stuff.
I have a bag of holding if you need to put some stuff in.
Yeah.
I'll look for a mask. Why the heck not?
Yeah. I wish I
All
thought
right.
about it.
Investigation.
I'll ask the question, can I guide myself?
I think you can. Wait,
Yeah, you can.
you can, yeah.
That's within the rules.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Based on the rules as is, yes.
Yeah, I know that some GMs do have a problem with that, but no, absolutely. Okay, so
So that's a 30.
30?
Yo.
Jeez.
that's a third. Okay,
Excellent.
so
Wow.
masks. We are
Yeah, you find a mask. Which one did you find?
Fierce
now.
deity. Passed everything. Just went right to the final one.
So
Giant's mask. One giant's mask.
so recalling conversation. I do. We talked about what tier masks we had and which ones ended up getting put back into the game. So refresh me on this. Deacon, you have the spooky mask
I have the spooky mask and the skull mask.
and the skull mask. Okay. And okay, so for tier 1, there's I know the bunny hood got thrown back into the mix of it. Because the person that had it is not here.
Oh, if I get that, you're gonna see Leto break down.
Yeah. Is anybody in possession of the Keton mask?
I gave it back.
Okay, so we will roll for it, and a 1 or 2 is we roll a d4. 1 or 2 is the bunny hood. 3 to 4 is the Keton mask.
Okay.
Keton mask.
Keton mask. All right.
Oh.
I was kind of hoping for the bunny mask too.
I just pick it up and go, I've already done this one.
Remind me, what does this one do again, Leto?
Let me look it up real quick and I can tell you. It does, and it's unaugmented. It grants you acrobatics proficiency. And then when it gets augmented, it does other things.
Yeah. Once it is combined with the spirit of the mask, it allows the wearer to transform into a Keton for 1 hour once a day. When in Keton form, which I guess is not that beneficial for a druid, but while in Keton form, a player has an advantage on all dexterity ability checks. That's a horrible typo. They have a speed of 60, and while transformed, the player may not access their inventory in any way. The player may transform back into their original form anytime they choose prior to the end of the hour, but may not transform back into a Keton until the following day. Yeah.
But that speed of 60, that's just a base speed of 60 regardless of form.
No, it's in Keton form.
Oh,
Yeah, while in Keton form, you have a base speed of 60. What you have simply by equipping the mask at all times is it grants acrobatics proficiency. And for that, you don't even need to combine it with, you don't need to reunite the spirit of the mask with the mask. That just gives it to you right out of the gate.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, equip it.
All right. So, we are at the point that we need to be. You are now coming across the cave. And I will say, well, you know what? No, so you know what? Let's play this out a little bit. Everyone here is familiar with the cave. Everyone here has has spent time in the cave. So as you approach it, what languages does everybody speak?
Common Zorandiku.
All right.
Common and Wheelie.
All right. And what about Lita?
Ancient, Common, Deku, Druidic, Gerudo, Zoran.
Okay. So you do not understand the language that is coming out of the cave. However, give me an insight check. Everybody, give me an insight check.
Actually, wait.
17.
Oh, I'm not using that rune at the moment.
All right. So, let me get back to the page. There we go. Wait, I heard a funny sound. We're still we're still functioning, right? Okay.
Yes.
I just heard like a ding that usually indicates that like the stream cut off, and I was like, fuck. It's like we're almost there. Okay. So you can hear that whatever is in the cave is capable of communication. You are able to gather from your insight checks that they are enjoying themselves. You can hear that they are definitely messing around with things in there, presumably Boulder Guts inventory. You can hear kind of like this playful yet maniacal laughter coming from the cave. But unless you get, at this point, I would put you at about starting off at about 100 feet away, and this is what you're gathering from that. I would, yeah. How you know what? Let's put this into tiers. If you want to get up to 50 feet away, the DC's 10. If you want to get up to 25 feet away, the DC is going to be 18. If you want to get to the entrance without being noticed, the DC is going to be 25. Because it's as you remember, it's not a massively large cave. For those who when you stayed in the cave with the party of upwards of 6 people, it was kind of a little bit on the cramped side. So how close do you guys want to get? And you don't have to do it together.
So as a game plan, Lido, I was gonna ask if you would be willing to put Pass Without a Trace into my ring, for me.
Okay.
Sorry, just like for future reference for now. So are you guys still okay with the? I know it's kind of cramped in there. Are you guys still okay with the trying to sneak in and lure them out, or do you want to just like chuck the bags in there and see what happens?
Well, I can make it cloudy by the entrance so that way they can't see, and then maybe they'll come up here like, "What's going on?"
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Okay. Then, how close do we want to be first?
Well,
50 feet. I think that we are all within range of our ranged weapons.
Yeah, I'm good at 50 feet.
Okay. So
So
50 feet is a DC, I think I said 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So everyone give me stealth checks.
I will tap Gully and give him guidance since he's in big, heavy armor.
I'll give him an inspiration as well, just in case.
Well, actually, no, we made it silent, but yeah.
But you know what?
Not yet.
If are you
Yeah.
already casting Pass Without a Trace?
Not. Well, I cast it into the ring.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
not-
Okay, because I was going to say, if you're casting Pass Without a Trace and the DC's 10, I wouldn't even have you roll.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna cast.
All right. Gully and Lito are good.
We're fine. It was Deacon.
And Deacon is good too. All right. So everyone
So-
is safe at 50 feet.
I'll go, okay, I'm gonna do it, and I use the one casting that I'm allowed because of the Zoran race of Fog Cloud,
Neat.
and put it right at the entrance, and it 120 feet, and I do a verbal cosmetic, be like, so and so, let it smoke.
Well, okay. Actually, hold on a sec. Prior to the casting of this spell,
Okay.
who has dark vision in the party?
I do.
Anybody besides Deacon?
I don't have that rune invoked, so nope.
Okay. So being 50 feet within the cave, or 50 feet from the cave, what everyone can kind of see is that there is a kind of like a dancing light that you can see from the outside, and that's something everybody can see. But Deacon, with your dark vision, you can get a better line of sight as to what is causing that light source,
Oh God.
and it appears to be coming off of a Lizalfo.
Oh, okay. Shit, you were scaring me for a second there. Shit, dude.
It went from oh god to oh okay.
I thought you were gonna say it's like it's all pose.
It's a Poe party.
But yeah, okay. So, while you do that, man, can I tell what color? Oh wait, no, I definitively can't. Wait, he's by a lantern, right?
No, he is the light source.
He's shining what color then? Like gold, silver,
A yellowish color.
fog. Okay. Okay. I whisper. Okay. Looks like we've got a golden Zolfos on our hands. I remember how this went down for me last time. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to, I just want to get the drop on him. I'm gonna,
So no cloud then?
well, I think the fog cloud is good, but we should probably cast some, we should focus our defense before we, even, lure them out, because once that goes up, if they decide to rush us, they kind of, have the advantage, because they would, if they step out of the cloud and it's their first act, then we should be defensive. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
So here, I'm gonna cast my mirror image. I'm still on top of Chimkin at this point.
Mhm.
And then for Chimkin and I at at 6th level, I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis to give us both 30 temporary HP.
Very nice.
I am going to cast Fog Cloud and step behind Gully.
Perfect. Okay. I am going to fly about 20 feet in the air. I'm going to see if Chimkin can actually come to nest on top of the cave, if that's okay.
Okay.
Like, just did she like
Um,
maneuver so she's sitting on top?
I'm going to need a stealth check from Chimkin if that's the case.
That's fair. I should have even rolled that earlier, so I apologize. Here, let me.
But being on the cave, I would equate to being at the cave's entrance.
Gotcha. Never mind then. Here, let me just roll the because I really should. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, she got out 17, so there's that as well. I'm not saying that's for the entrance. I'm just saying like for the earlier to get this far. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
Okay. And then let's see what else. If I have anything else to cast, real quick. Okay. Sorry. All right. Yeah. And then for my last spell, so it's like armor. So it's mirror image, enhanced ability. Mirror image, armor of Agathis, and then I'm gonna cast greater invisibility on myself with a 4th level slot.
Okay. So,
And then
you know what? Before we go crazy with this, I'm going to this is like the perfect time to cut it.
Sure.
So, yeah, before we go too deep into prep, let's stop it right here. So there's no fog being cast.
The fog cloud is fine. I just wanted to buff up first, so we have
Okay.
a defensive option.
Okay.
It's up to you if you want to do the fog.
All right. So what I'll say is, you know what? Rather than trying to do all this right now and then trying to remember it in 2 weeks, let's stop at the point where you have come to 50 feet from the cave. You have seen the Lizalfos with the yellow light emanating from them, and you hear that they're in the cave. So so that way what we can do is when we pick up in 2 weeks, we'll pick up with like the battle prep. Ooh, excuse me. We'll pick up with the battle prep, and then we can dive right into it. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. So, thank you everyone for being a part of this and enjoying this as much as we have. We will pick this up in 2 weeks with the Lizalfos that have taken over Pebbles' cave and stolen Boulder Guts inventory, and then we will move on from there. So again, for those who have not joined our Discord server, I highly recommend that you do, because once we are able to get this video prepared and uploaded onto YouTube, we will be posting on our Discord server that it is ready, and that way we can that way you can know when immediately when it is ready. So thank you everyone, and we hope to see you next week when we go with our chat broadcast, and we hope to see you in 2 weeks when we dive into this cave and see everything that it holds. But until then, thank you again, and everybody, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Oh, wait. Let me check to see if we have any mutual followers broadcasting. No. But if at the end of our broadcast you would like to be rated by us and this awesome fan base, it is best if you follow us and we will follow you back, and then we will raid your channel if you're broadcasting. And also, we will, if we raid your channel, we will put the link to your Twitch channel on our link tree. So, unfortunately, we will not be rating anybody tonight, but we do have 2 channels which we've rated on our link tree, and I recommend that you check those out because they are both great people. And now, bye!
Bye.